Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dungeon Nytes, our one-shot series turned kind of shadow campaign of the King in Yellow saga. In this series, we have our wonderful Dungeon Master, Mr. Geigen. Not me. I get to play, and I'm very excited about this. This means I don't have to do all the hard stuff. He has to do all the hard stuff. But I'm also a super big fan of Geigen's, so this is always a fun treat for me because he's such a good DM and I enjoy it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. If you have not, make sure that you're going back and checking out the other two one-shots we had, Doom in the Village of Mists and the Academy of Shadows. And, just keep it tuned to the YouTube for more. So, that means that you should, like this video when you're watching it, subscribe to the channel, hit notifications so you can see more awesome D&D and wonderful storytelling. With that said, I am going to go ahead and turn over everything to the man, the myth, the one in the hood, our Dungeon Master Geigen. Do your thing, sir.
You find yourselves in the village of Lightshade shortly after Phaler has received a slight promotion, being moved out of the closet. He has currently been moved to
a pantry.
Shut your hole.
No, he has been moved currently to a dual office that he shares with Oji-chan. Which is a Oji-chan.
Oh god.
He is an old orc investigator. But you find yourselves in Lightshade after shortly moving in to your office. Oji-chan sent you on a small little mission. He doesn't get out as often, but he had a job, an investigation of sorts that he needed looked into that he hasn't been able to. Apparently, one of the village guards, Waterdeep guards, has gone missing within Lightshade. And so he sent you to investigate to see if there's anything that you could find out. And as you guys get together to complete this mission, since apparently Phaler has been accompanied quite often by a strange little group, Karuti, an eldritch knight, tiefling, Miros, a human cleric of the Grave Domain, and Hope, a tiefling rogue assassin, all who have been working with Phaler. But as you guys make your way to Lightshade, it is about evening. The sun is starting to fall behind the trees as you come up on this village surrounded by forests. And as you come into the village, you see a man who is just sitting there hammering a notice onto the notice board. As he hammers away, he sticks it onto the notice board, and then he starts walking away and talking with some of the nearby villagers. And as you make your way forward, you kind of just get a quick glance at the notice board. So let me do this. And on it, you see various notices. 3 of them seem to be new, though. Of the 3, one seems to be about a house for sale. Another one seems to be from a man named Hecatril. He's asking for anyone to help find his wife. And the notice says, "Please help find my wife. She's been missing and no one has seen any sign of her. Please contact Hecatril with any information." But the one notice that really starts to draw your attention, Phaler, is this long written notice, completely covers the page, and it reads, "Ranchers and farmhands, beware. Several people have gone missing over the last month, leaving all possessions behind. Locals believe a rampaging monster to be responsible. A strange wolf-like man that roams the fields. Travel in groups. Don't tarry in dangerous places. Keep your children under constant watch until the creature responsible is found and slain. Anyone who finds the missing villagers or kills the beast will get half a share of profits from the sale of my finest steed when it's taken to market at the end of the month, or food and supplies of equal value. If you can't leave the ranch without putting your life family at risk, do not pursue. Signed, Randon.
Spell it.
Rannan.
Oh, Randon. Okay. Well, looks like we have a few hot jobs here on the board. I mean, a couple of lesser consequence things maybe the local authorities could look into, missing person and other such, but there's this one. And I'm going to kind of flip it over and kind of show it to the group and kind of hold it out there for whoever wants to read it. Seems like there's a string of missing persons leaving all possessions behind, and rumors of some wolf-man creature roaming the wood, that there is a sizable reward for dispatching of. Now, I know that is not our primary objective here, but I feel like this has a high probability of being related. What do you think?
Hope's gonna kind of sit up. She has this goblet of mead in one hand. She's gonna sit up and she's gonna snatch the notice out of Failer's hand and be like, yes, finding missing people. This is what we do on the daily around here, it seems. Isn't there anything interesting that we can go after besides trying to track down people that don't know how to take care of themselves? And then she's going to hand it back to Failer, not very interested.
I mean, Hope, this was the assignment. When Ogi-chan gave me this assignment, I wasn't exactly thrilled to be going on another missing persons hunt again, as it seems like what we do, but we are pretty good at finding missing persons, so I understand why we typically get these kinds of assignments. Anyone else want to take a look at the note?
Find them alive for the most part.
We do.
Or sacrificed.
I said for the most part.
Partially sacrificed. We did say, the girl.
Yeah, but which way do you actually prefer, Miros? That's what I'd like to know.
I mean, obviously it's better for them if they're alive.
And for us, it's better if we get paid. So I guess we're on the same page.
I am on the same page there. But I see there we have a wolf man to kill. I might be down for that. Money for killing a wolf man? Come on, guys, it's a little different. Little different than finding a missing person. We'd actually get to kill things for once. Lately, it's been so boring. So many people just missing, and then they're found, and then there's nobody we kill. I want bloodshed.
I mean...
Oh, wow. Karudi wants to go after a fight. I'm really surprised.
Shocking, I know. There's also money involved, so...
Yeah, I'm about that.
As you guys are having this conversation, you see the man that had tacked up the notice starts to walk over to you, and he kind of eyes up your group. You see his brow kind of raise as he kind of seems to be taking measure of you.
Ah, you there. You posted this notice, did you not?
I did. I posted that all right. Mm-hmm.
Yes, my name is Phalor. I am an inspector from the city guard in Waterdeep. We're here investigating a missing guard that was apparently sent down here to take some type of assignment in this village. I'm wondering, one, if you're familiar with said guard, and two, if this could possibly be related to this quite verbose job you've posted here.
Oh, are you from the big city there, huh?
That
Investigator.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Well, welcome to our nice little village here. As for the information, I was, I have been gone for the last 2 weeks. I was visiting a nearby ranch, but a guard, you say, was he also from the big city?
He was, yes. He was from the Waterdeep City Guard.
Oh, yes. I think I saw him before he left. Yes, yeah, he stayed here. He was coming and he was looking around. He was. Last I saw, he was looking into the northern forest.
Why, pray tell, was he looking into the northern forest? Was it related to this notice here?
No, I wasn't ready to this notice. At the time, the only person was missing was mother and her child, and well, they weren't. We didn't tell the big city about that yet. It was new, and we were hoping they'd come back. Yeah. I believe he said something about there's strange movements of various powers to be or something. He couldn't tell us. Very hush hush, he said. And so he went into the North Force. Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate the information. You are most welcome to have this information this early in our investigation. That said, could you please direct us to Rannon?
I'm Rannon. Yes.
Oh, well. Damn it. Thank you. I'm pleased to meet you, Rannon. And Phaler's going to extend his hand.
Rannon will put out his hand, and as he shakes your hand, you can feel that his hand is calloused over from lots of work. It's thick, and his skin is dry. He definitely works a lot with his hands.
Rannon, you feel like a man who knows what it means to fight for survival and to work hard for a living. We are here to aid and assist in any way we can. If you, knowing these woods and this dreamy little village, could please direct us where you think we could be most helpful to you in achieving both of our aims, I believe that would be the best.
Hope's gonna stand up and like walk right next to Phaler, and she crosses her arms, trying to look intimidating. She says, well, for the right price, that is. How nice is this steed of yours, after all?
Oh, it's my prize stud. Yes.
Meaning it's worth how much exactly?
Hope. There are people missing, Hope.
Phaler, it's not anything new now, is it?
You could be a little bit more sensitive.
I'll be sensitive when I find out how much gold is on the line.
Phaler's just gonna...
Look, clearly your town is in a grave situation.
Oh god, here we go.
Oh, is that a joke? That's actually quite a good one. Yes. As for my horse, my steed, yes, Ming Knight. He's a proud steed. The rights to breed him. Well, last time we sold him for 800 gold, so I'm figuring it's somewhere around there.
Okay, that's helpful. You have my attention. See, Phaler, that wasn't so hard.
I was not joking. The situation sounds deathly serious.
Miros, what have you been drinking today? Seriously.
Yes,
What?
city folks really just take all the fun out of life, don't you?
Not at all, Renan. When you're with this bunch, you're always having fun. Whether it be through pun or other means.
Remember that one time when we call you failure for like a whole week? That was great.
It was quite amusing.
Wait, did that stop?
I mean, we could resurrect it.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Anyways, yes. Anyways, that's done, and the talk of death, and my steed is done. If you are interested, I can tell you right now what I know, which isn't much. I have been gone for the last 2 weeks, but some of the villagers are missing. There was a rancher named Nema. She went missing. Her husband, quite upset. You could probably talk to him. I can show you on our map where his house is. But then there's also the Arca and Meridine. They're a married couple. They seem to have been abducted from their homes overnight. A couple days ago, I was told. Before I got back, there's also Etendon. He's a little halfling, adult halfling. I know he looks like a child, but don't let that confuse you if you see him. He was a farmer. He was taken while working in the pasture just yesterday. There was no sign of what took him. We we sent people there to the pasture. He was there, and then all of a sudden he wasn't. It was very confusing. Very confusing. Yes. But
Wait, what was that halfling's name again?
Etendon.
Sounds familiar. Okay.
Brennan, I must ask. So you said you've been gone for a couple of weeks. You said you went to a ranch. Which ranch was that?
Oh yes, I went to one of the nearby ranches over in Cleanhaven. Since I run a ranch here, I was getting ready for possible people to buy my steed, so I've been gone for 2 weeks.
Understood.
Well, if it's such a prize, how hard can it be to sell?
Well, you gotta be talking to the people in the market, don't you? Because if you don't talk to them, you don't tell them about the breed and the horse and how it's doing, people aren't gonna come buy it.
Got it.
So
How do you market yourself?
With my skill set and my sparkling reputation. Don't you know who I am?
No.
Well, I'm Hope, the assassin.
Well, usually, I've always thought it was kind of strange when you know an assassin's name, because that something you shouldn't know. You shouldn't know they're assassins. Yes. Since I know you're an assassin,
How about I
that's
don't
bad.
tell you how to breed horses, and you don't tell me how to be an assassin?
there actually is a statue of her.
Oh,
That was her.
Miros, you saw the statue. Come on, it's
Well,
glorious.
Well,
It's quite a-
I'm
quite a
sure
good
you have a
likeness.
great statue.
I think they made me look a little bit taller.
That's not.
Well,
hard
that's
to
probably
do.
not hard.
I like you, Brennan. All right. So anyway, so
What are
all
these
of
other jobs, though?
All of these missing persons. You said there's no real evidence of them, but you speak of a wolfman or being.
Yes, we have seen a wolfman, and just in the night, in the darkness, and outside the woods, it always disappears. Though, it always just disappears. We've also seen strange tracks at times, but not when anyone's been taken. It's been strange. There is a legend nearby of a great wolf in the forest, but nothing that this has never happened before. But other than those that I told you, the last that were taken were Vandry and Isray, the mother and daughter, who were they were the first. It was Etendon that was the last one. Sorry. I'm
I'll
big
tell you
city
what,
people.
I think this conversation might go a bit better with a decent cup of ale or mead. Is there a tavern or some type of ale house in this quaint little village?
Ah, yes, there is. There is. There is a great tavern. Yes. If you head down.
No. Brennan, I aim for you to come with us and continue telling us a bit more. I'd love to hear more about this tale of the Great Wolf. We've learned recently a good number of things moving in the mists, if it were, and a lot of them typically have to do with old tales. I feel like this one might be appropriate for us to hear, at least, and, what better to go with a tale than a good cup of ale?
I probably wouldn't be the best person to tell you about that. Teflar, our local priestess, would probably be the best. She knows more about it.
Either way, I'd still love to be able to buy you a drink. I know you've been gone and you've come back to hardship and posting this, and hopefully we can help, and in any way, shape, or form, showing you a little kindness hopefully is appropriate, I think, in this time.
Drinks on failure? Like, sign me up.
Yes,
I won't even
drinks
call
on
you
me.
failure for a whole day.
See, worth it.
Didn't you just call him that?
It's fine. Just
No, I
let's,
said I
let's
won't.
move.
I won't.
Moving on.
He hasn't bought the drinks yet, so.
Well, okay. Well, we'll take you to Irnim and Ariel's Arbor Shades. The Arbor Shade. Yeah, it's a tavern they run. Etendon was their boy that got taken. So
I mean,
we can go there.
Man,
Yes, the halfling man. There are also two halflings. No, don't. I know it might seem a little strange for your big city folk, but yes, they're both male. Don't let that bother you.
why would that bother us?
Well, most people get confused because they have a son.
Okay.
I'm not going to ask any more questions.
just so you don't get confused. We don't know who the father is. It's one of the two, and the mother passed away. You'll understand when we get there.
Right.
And with that, Ryan will kind of just start picking up some of his stuff that he had around. Just follow me. Just follow me. We got to go down a little ways. And he'll start walking through the village, heading towards this building that looks kind of like a tavern. You see that it has 2 stories. The bottom floor is all lit up with bright lights. There seems to be a lot of music and noise coming out of it. And as he gets near the door, he just waits for you guys to catch up. Now, just come in. Don't worry. This is probably the best tavern you'll see anywhere nearby. Just stay away from the mutton.
No mutton. Gotcha.
Okay. And he'll open the door and he'll walk in. And as you come into this tavern, you'll see that this place is packed full of villagers. It seems that the village kind of just packs into this tavern at night to get their food, to get their drink. It seems to be the main place in the center of the town. And as you do, everyone just kind of looks toward you guys as you come in. The music dies down for a minute. But then as the door shuts behind you, the music starts back up and everyone starts going back to their conversations like normal. Brandon will go up to the counter. Arnhem. Arnhem. Can I get how many of you? 4. Can I get 8 ales? Okay, 8 meads then. 8 meads. And let's get the boar haunch. You're all meat eaters, right?
Aye.
Oh, yeah.
Good. We don't like none of them tree huggers. That just only eat that greeny stuff. That's.
You think that this physique can be fueled by greens alone? Come on.
You are kind of small.
Crudy, do you eat meat?
Pretty much anything as long
I
as
eat
it's
every kind
already
of meat.
dead.
I think Karudi only eats meat. I don't think she believes in vegetables.
Well, good thing for you. It is definitely dead. So you don't have to worry about it being alive and running around. And with that, he'll, after placing the order, he'll go and he'll find a nice table kind of near the hearth and he'll sit down. Come join me.
I'm just going to follow and go and sit next to him.
So,
He's gonna do the same and just pull out her knife and start kind of picking at her nails. Not quite sure she's that interested in all this quite yet.
Okay,
So-
Crudy, here, take some ale. Or mead, whatever this was.
I'll take it. I'm ready for the killing, the murder, the death.
well, I hope you like our honeyed apple mead.
Oh,
Yeah, but what kind of honey is it? Because I'm kind of particular about honey.
Well,
Kind you don't have to pay for.
Okay, that's my favorite kind. I'm in.
mm. Mm.
I've had better.
Is it Honeycrisp apple I taste?
yes, it is.
Oh, it's lovely.
We have an orchard near the village that we use. So, yeah, you're all from the big city, huh?
Yes. What a deal.
Born and raised.
I always thought about going there myself. But
Raised, I use a little loosely. I mean, raised myself, but
On the streets, she spent most of her days.
I mean,
You know.
you don't
I
get
can
scrappy
respect
like
that.
me by living in a nice fancy house with, linen sheets.
they make sheets out of linen.
I don't know. I didn't never have sheets. What's a fancy sheets? Silk? Satin? Whatever. Take your pick.
We just use fur here.
I go for that.
Speaking of fur, you wanted to know what I knew about the great wolf, right?
Yes, please. Please tell us the tale of the Great Wolf.
Well, I don't know much, but I'll tell you what I do know. The Great Wolf, well, it's the legend says it's a great warg named Javi. It's been around for generations and generations. It's older than the village. Yeah, older than the village. Never really had problems with it. It seems that, according to legend, when we first settled this land, the Great Warg made a deal with one of the owners. It seemed to like him and chose to help protect it while they got things set up. They fed it, and it seemed to protect the village. Since it's been probably about 300 years since it's been around, we haven't seen or heard of it. I mean, you every now and then would see some creature that would be eaten, but we'd only guess that it would be eaten by Javi, but who knows? But this creature, this one seems to be walking on 2 feet and jumping around and moving quickly.
Is it a magical
dangerous.
beast?
I don't know. I don't know anything about magical beasts. I'm just a simple farmer.
So you want us to kill it?
Well, if it's a threat, yeah.
Eh,
But you said you
I'm
haven't
down.
guaranteed that it is a threat.
That's why if it's not a threat, please don't kill it.
So find it, assess whether or not it is a threat, kill it and or
kill it.
tame it and make it our pet.
I highly doubt that's going to happen, Hope, but is Teflon nearby? Can we get any more detail?
Oh yeah, Teflar's in the temple always. You could probably find her in there.
Her, I thought that was the husband of Nima who went missing.
No.
Well, who's Teflar then? I'm so confused.
Teflon's a priestess. Or cleric. Local-
Okay.
Local
Hecatril's Nima's husband.
Oh, no wonder I didn't remember that name. Okay.
What deity or god do you worship here in this village?
Oh, well, I will say just be careful around Teflar. The village, a lot of people around here worship Shar.
All right.
So I will say just be careful how you talk to her, because if you upset her, it could have dire consequences for the rest of us.
Can I get a history? Can I roll for history to see if I know anything about Shar?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same.
Please. Yep. That's a 16. Plus 6. So 22.
I got nothing.
So as you kind of go back through your memory and think about the various religions that you know of, you know Shar is the mistress of the night. She is a goddess. She is a greater deity, and she is the counterpart to her twin, Selune. She presides over caverns, darkness, dungeons, loss, the night, and she goes by the name of Mistress of the Night, the Lady of Loss, the Singer of Eternal Night. And you also know that there are villages in this area. Since ancient times, they seem to have been worshipping Shar as a way to their way to protect themselves from the night. So they begun to worship her.
So is she more of a protector goddess, or is she more of a kind of a evil deity, or is she more of a neutral deity? Or?
She's considered neutral evil.
Okay. Does she have any ties with our King in Yellow?
Not that you know of.
Would I remember? Okay. Okay. So Mistress of the Night, she's the twin, presides over darkness and dungeons, Lady of Loss, and presides over the Eternal Light. Okay, Singer of the Eternal Light. Got it.
Yep, and you know that she is in constant battle with her twin, Selune.
Selune. Okay. Who is, I'm assuming, a goddess of light.
Selune is the Lady of Silver or the Moon Maiden.
Okay.
She is basically the Night White Lady. She's the light of the night.
Okay.
And she would be chaotic good.
Okay. All right. Oh, so was it Shah, the mistress of the night? Does she lend you her protection here in this village?
Oh, yes, she does. As at least as far as we can tell. The temple has always helped us, and we definitely have had less problems since they came around.
All right. Well, I will definitely bear that in mind when we go talk to Teflar. And once again, thank you for all of your help. Unless there's anything else you might have information-wise that you think could help us, I think we should best be on our way to Teflar.
No, sadly, I don't know anything else. Being gone that 2 weeks really hurt. I wish I could help you more.
No worries, Renan. I appreciate all that you've done. Please, again, enjoy your mead. Thaler's going to grab a piece of the, what did you say, you ordered boar?
Yeah, boar's haunch.
Boar's haunch. He's going to take a hunk of the haunch and kind of take a piece. All right. Anybody have anything else? You ready to go?
Yeah, let's get this show on the road.
All right.
Tired of
good.
sitting around here.
Ah,
See you, Rannon. Take good care of that horse for us.
Renan, where is the church?
Well, if you walk outside the door, yeah, turn left, go down that
Temple.
way, and you'll see it right there.
Perfect.
Temple.
Temple.
Church, temple, you big city people have your giant churches. We have our temples.
Fantastic. Temple of Shah. Got it. All right. Thank you, Renan. I very much appreciate your help, and hopefully we can help you in return.
I hope so, too. If you need me, I'll be here.
Good. Phalor is going to assemble and roll out.
Let's get it.
As you get up and you start to walk out, you open the door, you turn, and even from the door, you can kind of see this temple. It's not huge, but it is a fairly large structure, and you can see that the stone is made out of obsidian, and there are these bright braziers that are burning, marking the front door, and you can see it even from where you are, and you start heading towards it.
Well, even if I wasn't an investigator, I could tell what that is. I believe that's our goal there, folks.
It's beautiful.
It's quite stunning.
As you get there, you walk in, the door quietly swings open, doesn't even make a sound. And as you walk in, you see this woman. She seems to be going through a bunch of books on some of the tables in there. And she is a female human, around 30, 35, fairly well built. She is dressed in a robe with what looks to be a breastplate on. And you see on her back, she has what looks to be 2 gauntlets strapped to her back.
Hey, Miros, since she's a cleric, you're a cleric, you wanna take this one?
I mean, sure.
I think as they approach, you're just going to see like Hope kind of put the hood on her cloak and then walk up following behind.
Taylor's just going to be good, like maybe 3 steps behind Miros. Just kind of very curious to see what he does.
The door, kind of looking out.
Priestess.
What is that? Is that someone trying to talk to me? Speak up, sir. I am busy, so if you need my attention, you need to speak up.
Priestess,
That's better. How may I help you?
my companions and I are seeking out the missing people.
That's good. Someone needs to. My acolyte seems to have been come up missing as well. And I very much would like to find her.
Well, any information that you can provide us would be most appreciated.
Well, I don't specifically know much about the disappearance of the villagers. I do know they disappeared. I went and searched, and when we got there, there seems to have been no discernible reason why they left or what took them or anything, but I can speak on behalf of my acolyte. Her name was Karita, and I sent her away originally about a month ago because her faith was not strong enough in Jar, and she set a poor example for the village youth. But lately, within the last few weeks, I have not been able to find her at all. And I know she has not left the village, so I am afraid that perhaps something took her. That, or perhaps Karita is the one that is possibly causing all this. She might be seeking revenge for me banishing her from the temple. But I don't know. That's why I need to find her.
Have you heard anything about this wolfman that is supposed to be around town? Rumors have said that it walks on two legs and is quite quick.
Yes, it seems to jump around, and it carries with it some sort of scythe and a mace at times. It hasn't seemed to have attacked anyone yet, though it has been seen at a couple of the disappearances. As for what it is, I do not know. I know many villagers are talking about it possibly being the Great Warg, but that is impossible. The Great Warg could not walk on 2 feet. It was a very giant but intelligent warg, and it only walked on 4 feet. But this thing, this creature, I don't know what it is. If it has hurt my acolytes, it needs to die. If it is hurting the villagers, it needs to die.
This we can agree on.
You hear that, Karuni? Yeah.
I like that. Sound of that. Let's go find this wolf thing. Kill it or not. Maybe we'll find some people in the process. And speaking of people, we had a guard come here. Have you seen him? Did he pass by here? We're looking for him so we can get out of here and get paid.
What do you know of this guard? Any information will help me be able to tell you more.
Baylor?
His name was Phalor.
No, my name is Phalor. Hello. Nice to meet you. You're Teflar, correct?
Yes, I am Teflar.
Yes, well, lovely to meet you. My name again is Phalor. I'm an inspector with the City Watch in Waterdeep. I'm come here to investigate. We had a guard, Dylan, who came down this way. Tall chap, fairly broad. Apparently had some business down here. Didn't really know much. My superior sent me just to look for him as he has disappeared, seemingly along with others in this region. Been gone for about a week or so. At least missing, that is. Just wanted to know if you'd seen him.
Yes, I saw him. He was here. Said he had an investigation to do. He was looking into something in the North Forest. Stopped by here. Asked me question upon question, which I had no time for. But I answered them. And then he said, that he was going to go into the North Forest. That was about a week ago. Have not seen him since. But he was well armed. And I know he talked to Irnam and Ariel. And I believe he also talked to the Trial and Ruhia.
Pardon me to recreate the transgression of your time. I know Shah can be most benevolent and demanding at times. But what was his line of questioning to you? I believe that might help us to discern what he was looking for.
He was asking if there were any cult activity in the village, which obviously there is not. Our village is small, and we follow the teachings of Shar. We don't have any strange cults like you big city people. But that is what most of his questions were on. He also asked about anything that might be in the forest, any strange locations, any strange caves or anything. But
caves. Do you have any strange caves?
Well, how would I know if it's strange? I told him about what caves we have. There's an old hunting cave up the mountain. There is the mine cave that's in the back of the village, but I mean, we go in and out of that all day.
Okay.
Are there any to the northeast or northwest, you said?
Yes, up the mountain there is a cave.
Have the disappearances, have you noticed a pattern of where they seem to occur around the village?
There doesn't seem to be any pattern. The only thing I can think of is some of the people weren't necessarily great followers of Shar.
Ooh.
Interesting.
What time of day usually were people taken? Any consistency there?
No. Originally, they were all taken at night or when they were by themselves. The first pair, the mother and daughter, they went missing as far as we can tell during the day. They went out to the woods to gather herbs and various things and were never seen since. Your guard, he was taken shortly before night as far as we can tell. That is when he went into the woods and did not hear from him again. One family was taken just at night, just over the middle of the night last night.
And when you say none of them seem to be followers of Shar, like what evidence did they show that they didn't really have a thing for Shar? Like they don't show up to church on time, or they're breaking some priestess rules. I don't know.
Let's just say that they don't follow Shar as Shar should be followed. There are various reasons why we believe that, but that is something we could always come around and reteach them about. But I will say your guard definitely did not follow Shar. He had a medallion on him for another god. I did not see which. I did not care. He was not from the village, so I didn't care who he worshipped. As for Etendon, I know there were rumors that he worshipped Selune, but there was no proof, though he never really came to church. But then again, his parents don't either because they run the tavern.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Here's what I'm getting at. If we were trying to lure out this wolf-like creature, is there any kind of public act we could do? And I apologize because this could be offensive in your profession, but to kind of show that we're not followers of Shar. And obviously it would only be in a matter of entrapment. To provoke the wolf thing.
If you think that is a way to provoke it, if you think it is attacking people that don't worship Shar, then probably, sadly, the best course of action for you would be go into the forest and run around naked under the moonlight, like one of those crazy people who worship Salune.
Karudi, you in? Like this sounds like our kind of job.
You don't have to ask me twice. I'll do it.
I just need to ask you one more thing. So you say that the gentleman was investigating cult activity. Have you had many unusual visitors in the area? And before I, qualify unusual, I must tell you that, yes, we have seen instances over the past, many weeks, months, of a rise in cult activity related to Nalatep, the Hidden One, the King in Yellow.
As for strangers coming to our village, we don't get many of them. The last people that came, there was a dwarf with a couple of his guards. They came to trade tools. That would be the most recent visitors we had. Before that, we had a young man who was lost on his way and had apparently had most of his possessions stolen from him. But he shortly left afterwards and was apparently heading, he says, to some big city, Dagger something or another.
Potentially Daggerfall?
Maybe. I wasn't really paying attention to where he was going. I just heard the villagers talking about it one day, but he traveled on. He did not seem strange at all, just that he was weakened and he has been missing possessions. He took care of him, healed him, and then he went on his way.
That is most helpful. I do believe it is time for us to go and investigate in the north, unless any of you have any other questions.
I'm down for streaking in the moonlight and killing some wolves. Let's go.
Yeah.
I do not have...
I do have one more question. You said that your apprentice, you had exiled her from the church for going against your beliefs. What type of actions did she take?
I did not say she went against my beliefs. I just said that her faith was not strong enough. She didn't believe in Shar as much as she should have as an acolyte and a future priest. So, as an example, I told her that for now she would be banished and she needed to get more experience away from the temple before she'd be allowed to come back, so that perhaps her newfound knowledge would help lead her back to Shar's embrace.
Have you had any conversations with her since she was banished?
We had one. She was quite angry at me. And
You think?
This is for her own good. I do not question how you live or how you treat anyone around you. So I would not like it if you would question how I handle my apprentice, my acolyte. When my time is done, she would be taking over my post here, and I believe she would have been a perfect candidate, except for this.
Well, I know we definitely don't mean to offend. Do we, Hope?
I don't know. Maybe we do. What's to say that this priestess isn't part of tying, sending a signal out to the wolf creature and telling them who to take out of here? I mean, it seems like an awful coincidence that people that you say don't worship the goddess that you serve enough are the ones that are being taken.
if I could contact this wolf creature, why would I have not contacted it as soon as you started to question me? You're outsiders and you have annoyed me. If I got rid of you, who in the village would care?
Are you threatening me because I'm ready for a fight?
I think you're probably scared of us. That's why.
I don't believe there is any cause for that right now. Teflar's been very forthright with the information we need.
Threatening me?
You are in her temple. Please.
Yes, Dad.
Remember.
I'll try to be good.
Remember where we are and what our goal is. Teflar, thank you very much for the information. May the Lady of Loss and the Mistress of the Night guide you and guide us to hopefully find these missing people, or at least what remains.
Hope just walks out in the middle of his farewell speech.
And he's just going to kind of nod and kind of bow out gracefully and follow.
Watching you, lady.
As you all leave, you hear the doors shut behind you, and then you just quietly hear a loud thump. And then you hear her just kind of screaming. And based off of what you hear, she seems to be talking about and screaming about stupid city people and various other things about bad-mouthing you guys as you leave the temple. But you can also hear her just say that she doesn't have any faith in you guys, so she will find her apprentice herself.
What do you think, Phaler? Did it work? Did I provoke her enough that if she really is the link to this wolf-like creature that they'll come after us now?
I hope so. I thought it was brilliant, actually. I just was trying to keep it on the down low as to my inquiry into her involvement in all of this, because, of course, if everyone goes missing that is not of your desired worship, then it is automatically makes you a suspect, of course.
Exactly. Okay. So,
Still
naked
might
in
get
the
to come
moonlight?
back and kill her.
Apparently
Naked in the
we're getting
moonlight. I'm down.
Naked in the moon. We really have to get naked. I mean, not that I'm ashamed of anything under my celestial body here, but, you know, I mean, there has to be ways of not leaving us so exposed.
What, you're weak if you take your clothes off? Come on, Phalor.
Trudy, you know I'm a
You can go out in the...
I can cast spells. I'm not concerned for me. I'm concerned for you that rely on weapons.
I didn't say I was going naked sans weapons.
Fair
I'll
enough.
carry the weapons. This knife ain't leaving me. It's hungry. Have you heard this thing? She puts it back. Let's go. We'll go in the forest, walk around a little bit. If no wolf comes out when the moon is high, we'll get naked.
Okay, listen, though. Like, I'm not saying that I'm ashamed of anything myself. You know, I'm all for this idea. However, that said, I do have this magical cloak. And so, therefore, I think it would be wise for me to stay in a concealment just as a safety.
Oh, is that what you think?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Miros, what's your say in all this?
I personally would feel rather exposed without my armor.
Put the cloak on him and get naked.
Come on!
And hope.
Special cloak!
Well, it's his special cloak for right now. He said he'd feel weak without his armor, and who am I to make a man feel weak? It's not Sunday yet.
I did not say weak, I said exposed.
Same difference. Let's go.
Not
Speaking
all
of
us
exposed,
can...
we're kind of out in the middle of everywhere. Can we...
What time of day is it right now?
Please.
It's night.
Oh, it is night.
I'm going to look up. Where's the moon in the sky?
You can see the moon is just starting to crest above the trees. It's still not quite straight up above, but it is starting to crest above the tree line.
Looks like we have time before the moon reaches its apex. Let's head north.
Alrighty.
Not all of us have the power to drive away our foes with dull wit and bad breath.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to turn this on.
I take it back. Give Taylor the blanket. I don't know if I want to see him naked.
Wow.
As you
right,
guys have this conversation, you start heading out towards the northern forest. And as you go out, you start climbing up this hill. The road winds up this cliffside, and you see as you get there seems to be just one building before the forest. And in it, you see that there's this house, and next to it is this large stable. And the stable seems to have various animals in it. But currently, you can hear what seems to be the sound of a horse that is crying out in pain. And you hear a man quite angry as he is seemingly, from what you can tell, trying to help this horse. But he just seems to be screaming, I don't have time for this. Why does this horse not get better? I have other things I need to do. Why?
So I think Hope would have her cloak and try to stealthily sneak up to like a window or a door where she could try to see who this guy is.
You can sneak up to the door. The stable doors are wide open, and you just see right in front on a big pile of straw, there's this beautiful, beautiful, large black horse. Its fur is like satin, and it just glimmers in the moonlight. And you see this decently large man, fairly bulky. He's definitely has seen some work, as his skin is tanned from the sun, and he's down there on the ground trying to help this horse. This horse seems to have had one of its legs hurt, and this man seems to be going about it trying to fix it and trying to give care to it.
But the man is not anyone we know?
No, he's not anyone you know.
Pardon me, you having a problem with your horse?
The man doesn't really look up to you. This is not my horse. I'm the town veterinarian. But this horse seems to have hurt its leg. I'm trying to see if it's just a small fracture or if he's broken his leg. But I don't have time for this. My wife, Nema, has disappeared. But I am stuck here. I cannot give
that
up
would
my
make
job.
you Hectril.
Yes, I am Hectril.
And this horse, might this be Renan's prize steed, Midnight something or other?
No, this is not Midnight. This is one of Midnight's children. If he can be fixed and if he heals correctly, he could be an even greater horse than Midnight. But I'm so preoccupied with my wife, I can't seem to do my job.
We might just be able to help with that.
Why do you know how to heal horses?
No, the other problem.
We know to find people. We were sent here to help.
Kind of what we do.
We were sent here to help search for a missing god from Waterdeep, and have since taken on the task of locating those that have gone missing recently. If there's any more information you can give us about Nema's disappearance, that might help. We are currently heading north into the woods this eve to see if we can provoke either the wolf that has been spotted running around and or commune with anything.
Sadly, I am busy right now, so unless you can help me fix this horse, I do not have time for your questions.
Perhaps I can be of service. My God has blessed me with the powers to stave off death.
Can you cure or heal this horse? The horse is not dying, it is just injured.
Perhaps.
Then if you can do that, I would appreciate it. Then I will have time to answer any questions you ask. But until then, my priority is to this horse.
Perhaps, Miros, if you would permit me, I can perform minor healing.
Oh, I'm more than capable. Miros will walk in and look at the horse's leg and cast Cure Wounds.
Roll to see how much you heal.
Eight points of damage.
Healing.
So as you cast this, you see that the horse seems to start calming down, and it starts to gently kind of kick its injured leg a little bit, almost as if it's kind of testing it. And then it starts to slowly stand up. And as it stands, the man, you see him, his face, almost as if like a giant weight has been lifted off his back. He kind of raises and pushes himself up slowly, and you see just sweat glisten off of his skin as his muscles ripple, and he stands there. Thank you. I owe you a great debt. I'm sorry about my attitude. This is a very tough time for me right now. Nema, my wife, is everything to me, and she's missing. But even if I got Nema back, if I lost my job, we would not be able to survive, so I could not give up my job. So every waking moment, I either am working to help these animals, or I've been looking for Nema, which sadly, I've spent more of it helping these animals, much to my dismay. So,
Can I make I just want to see if I can make a medicine check based on what I saw to determine the nature of the horse's injury.
okay.
No, that's all of 12.
So you can kind of look at it. You're not used to looking at like animal wounds or whatnot, but you figure that the horse seems to have sprained its leg. You don't know how but it seemed to have sprained the upper part of its leg, and that's why it was injured.
So I'm just looking to see if it had like external trauma or something like that, like it got bit or something.
Nope, there was no bite marks or anything. The coat of the horse is pristine, and it just glistens in the night as it runs off. And as you see it kind of leave the stable and start to run around the small enclosure, you can almost see that under the moonlight, it's almost as if the horse, its fur goes from this black to kind of like this silvery light as it runs under the moonlight.
Oh, look, the horse is doing what we're about to do. So you have a wife missing. We're going to go run under the moonlight and try to get this thing to come out and eat us. So I guess the best question to ask is, there was a temple we went to, Shar. Do you worship this Shar person?
Yes, and
Does your wife worship this Shar person?
everyone in the village does.
Did your wife run out in the moonlight naked, after some fun time and just maybe confuse the wolf?
No.
Do you still think running out in the moonlight naked is going to work? Might as well try it.
I will keep quiet about the blasphemous talk I hear you speaking, because you're not from this village.
Don't worry, we already have the temple priestess's approval to go run out in the forest naked.
I doubt she would have ever told you that you could run around naked in the forest.
You'd be surprised. You should really get that priestess a drink. I bet she'd have you do some real fun and entertaining things. But can you give us any information about your wife so we can get on to killing?
I don't think I want to talk to you anymore since you...
All right. I think it's time that you talk to us and I roll to charm you.
You're going to be at disadvantage.
That conversation is for charm?
Wait, would charm... Hold on.
If you're trying to persuade him...
Intimidation,
Maybe persuade.
Or
Maybe persuade.
persuasion.
You're still.
Persuade.
Roll twice because you're going to be at disadvantage.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
well, persuade. I was looking at charm
God.
person, but I think I misunderstood what that would be.
Now, if you're trying to cast Charm Person on him, that's different.
This is not going to work very well. It's a 9.
I think it's about time for you to leave.
Pardon the reverence. Listen. And Phalar is going to come over and kind of slide in between Karudi and what is it, Hecatril?
Yeah, Hecatril.
Hecatril. Listen, Hecatril, I understand this must be a very difficult time for you. We've healed the horse for you. We are trying to do the best we can to find both our guard, Dylan, and all of these villagers and understand what is happening in this area. We do not mean to disrespect the Mistress of the Night. We did go and speak with Teflar, and we're trying to understand if there were things that seemed to be provoking these disappearances. In her opinion, it seemed as though those that were not as devout worshippers of Shah as many in this village are, seemed to be provoking this disappearance, even to a point where potentially worshipping her sister Selune. Hence, Karudi's line of questioning as to whether your wife was a very devout follower of Shah or not. It is not for us to judge, it is just for us to merely understand. We really just want to help.
My wife would not worship Selune. She was a devout follower of Shar, like myself.
That certainly puts a kink in that narrative, but we did ask if there were things that we could do to provoke Selune or provoke creatures that might be having actions against Selune, and her suggestion was running around naked in the moonlight. That's where that
You
came
said
from.
kink.
Anyway, so again, question is where did you last see Nema, and what was she doing? We are, again, trying to find more information as to what is provoking these disappearances, as there is no trace of anyone left behind.
The last I saw of Nema, she was going to speak to the Arca and Meridine.
And pardon, who are they?
They are two of the other missing people. They disappeared shortly after my wife. Their home was, apparently they were just sitting in their home and disappeared, but their home is down in the southern end of the town.
Do you have any idea what she meant to talk to them about?
I do not. I could have been because we healed their dog recently. I do not know.
What?
But we are a close village, so it's not that odd for her to go speak to other villagers.
I can imagine not. What was the ailment of the dog?
The dog had eaten something that had poisoned it, some sort of plant that it found, and we had to help try to get it out of its system. So we were taking care of it while it recovered.
Is that a normal occurrence? Coming across poisonous plants, I mean.
Well, herbs out in the forest. There are, of course, those that are good, those that are bad. So it's a plant that is there in the forest. Have we ever had a dog eat it before? No. Is it uncommon? Yes, but unlikely? No.
Okay.
But it is not something we've had happen before.
Whereabouts would you find said? Is it in the north by chance?
It is. There's some to the west and some in the north. The north, they're up near the hunting cave. To the west, they're near the small fish pond.
About this hunting cave, this is the second time we've heard of it. What, pray tell, do you hunt in the hunting cave, or is it just a kind of hollowed out space for you to rest while you're hunting?
It's a space to rest while we are hunting. Originally, it had a great bear, but it was hunted, and now we use it as a refuge. It's easier than building a cabin.
And what is there to hunt around these ponds?
Wolves, deer, moose.
I could go for a good venison.
Boar. We hunt various things. Rabbit.
Rabbits too.
Fairly standard fare. All right, well, I don't mean to take any more of your time, and I do appreciate you answering my questions further. Again, we meant no slight to you or your wife. We do intend to find her as quickly as possible, and hopefully in good health.
I will take your word for that, though I don't have much hope with your companions, how they are.
Trust
It's okay, we've got enough hope for you.
I'm literally hope.
What they lack in words or demeanor, they more than make up for in capability, I quite assure you.
I hope so.
And Phalar is going to reach out to him with his mind and kind of use Mind Link and just impart to him, you can count on us, as he gives him a very sympathetic look.
When you do that, Hecatril will kind of brush off some of the stuff that's on his clothes, and he'll look at you a moment, kind of size you up. Well, I think I can help you at least a little bit. I'm going to show you how you might be able to track better. I've been known to be able to track animals quite well, what with being a veterinarian, so I will give you some tips, and perhaps that'll help you track down whatever is causing this problem.
And with Mind Link, or with the Mind Link, he's going to say, thank you, and then out loud, thank you, that would be most appreciated.
For the next 20 minutes or so, he will sit there and he'll kind of take you guys around his veterinarian office, and he'll kind of take you to the trees, and he'll start showing you different ways to kind of notice different tracks. And because of this, you will all have a +2 circumstance bonus to any survival check you use for tracking.
Nice.
Awesome.
Sick.
So after being shown how to track, what are you guys doing? And just so you guys know, depending on, like, you can get different things that'll help you in this adventure, depending on what you do. So, like, talking to him and getting his help, he was able to show you how to do this so you can track a little bit better.
Yes.
But he is finishing showing you guys. You have a very decent grasp of how to track a little bit better. So what's your guys' the next move?
I think we head north.
So head off into the forest.
Yeah. Fully clothed.
For now.
This is your fault. You know that?
Well, that's what followers of Selune do. It's all part of the lore.
Why did I ask?
It's all part of the lore. So
Why did I think it'd be something normal?
We're going on an adventure.
Don't worry. I mean, I literally had fire bottle. His character, that's what he did every session.
Just stripped.
Instead of sleeping, he went and danced in the moonlight naked.
What is this? What is this? The fairy tale with the character that can't keep his clothes on? It's just, why are you naked? What?
We're gonna have to move the campaign to OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.com.
I don't have a command for that. Hold on.
Nytes.
Don't. She's gonna make that command now.
Not Dungeon Nytes. Yes, great. Thank you.
I think Dungeon Nytes takes on a different connotation on OnlyFans. What kind of dungeon?
That's why it's not there. Not Dungeon Nytes. Again, not Dungeon Nytes. All right, we proceed into the forest, fully clothed for now, using our new tracking skills to see if we can find any tracks. I would like to roll a survival check to see if I see any tracks for things two-legged or four-legged.
Go for it.
I just have to get to the dice roller. Boop. So that is a 14 plus 2, so a 16 plus 3, so 19.
So as you guys are traveling, you start traveling to the north. You follow this trail. It's a dirt path that's kind of grown over as you see that the forest seems to be trying to retake this pathway. It seems to have been cut through. And you see as you are traveling, at times you see what looks to be the tracks of rabbits darting to and fro as if they're trying to escape something hunting them. Sometimes you find bigger tracks, such as a wolf walking on all fours. But as you go deeper into the forest, you come to an area and you see what seem to be these huge, giant footprints. Then you also see what seems to be small footprints that are very similar, but they seem to be walking on 2 feet. But these giant footprints, they both seem to be from some sort of canine type animal. The giant footprints, the foot itself seems to be about 3 feet wide and 2 feet long, each print.
These are absolutely massive. Guys, take a look at this. Do you see these tracks here?
That looks like
What?
something to kill.
In tarnation.
And Phaler's
I'm
gonna
excited.
he's gonna kind of hold an Eldritch Blast kind of in his hand to illuminate the area around and just kind of see, to get a sense of scope around this. I'm
So as
confused.
you
But
do
what
that,
about the smaller prints?
Yes, see, look here, small prints, large
And
prints.
they're in twos as well?
Yes, but they both appear canine. I mean, there's
So are
the
these
legend
prints side by side, or is it like one line that goes from large prints to small?
So as you kind of look around, you see that the small prints, you kind of catch onto them. They seem to have ran from the forest up the pathway a little bit, then back into the forest, while the large prints came from another direction. They kind of come out and they move around this area almost as if something was examining these prints themselves. And then you see the wolf prints kind of go back in the same direction that it came from.
So we follow the tracks?
that's our best bet for now. Whether we run into the wolf man creature itself, or we find potentially another outcome.
Well, you take your magical light there, but I'm gonna slink behind in the cover of woods just as a precaution. So Hope's gonna put the hood on her cloak and kind of slink back into... So she's still like within eyesight of where the rest of the group is, like following that light, but in darkness herself at the edge of the trees.
Phalor is going to kind of put his hand kind of down and kind of crush the eldritch flame in his hand, and he's going to pull out a piece of equipment, his Lantern of Revealing. And while he's doing this, he's going to kind of detect magic at the same time. I feel like this is so odd. I want to see if there's anything magical about. Now I can cast detect magic at will.
Yeah, I remember. So as you kind of start to cast this in, you look on the ground, kind of feel your area around you. You notice that there's a light residual feeling of some sort of magic following the larger footsteps. But you also sense that there seems to have been almost as if something had a fight here at some point, and there was some magic that was cast recently. But the footsteps of the large wolf definitely have a slight sense of magic that follows them for some reason.
Feels like there was residual energy here from some type of battle. I think maybe the larger prince and the smaller prince could have been in conflict with some of the other things about, but there's a teeming energy coming from these larger prints. I think we need to follow them.
Okay.
Then follow them we should.
He's going to kind of lift his lantern at eye level and kind of walk forward.
Which set of prints are you going to follow? The large footprints or the small?
The large, since they have the residual energy.
Okay. So you guys will start heading deeper into the forest, leaving the path. The brush is thick, and as you are pushing your way through, sometimes it gets caught on your clothes. You have to pull yourselves through, and as you go deeper and deeper, the underbrush just gets thicker and thicker, having to cut away at it. As you start to make your way, about 20 minutes down the path, you start to see this strange light, this light bluish glow, and you hear the sound of water on the other side of what seems to be a group of bushes. As you walk up into the bushes and kind of start to push your way through, you see on the other side there is this gigantic wolf creature just laying there, sleeping on the ground. It seems to have been slightly wounded. As you see, there is a little blood on the side of its back legs. And it's just laying there peacefully. As you come closer, it hears you. It slowly kind of raises its head and just kind of stares at you, almost as if it's judging you. It looks at you first, Phalor. Kind of sees you, looks at you, kind of nods its head. Then it looks over to Karudi. And it sees Karudi kind of looking for a fight, kind of getting her weapons ready. And as you kind of look at it, you almost think this wolf kind of has like a little smirk on its face, almost as if it's like it's thinking that there's no way Karudi could hurt it.
Phalor's gonna
and then it continues to look at each of you.
Phalor's going to reach out with his mind, and he's just going to very politely but firmly say, "Hello there."
As you reach out with your mind, you kind of feel that you're being rebuffed, like something's blocking you. The wolf stands up, though, at that, and then you just feel something invade your mind.
Ooh.
Why do you come here?
We seek those that are lost.
It seems you are lost.
No, we are right where we're meant to be. I found tracks, evidence of a battle, and we followed your residual energy here to see you. A most magnificent creature.
If you say so. That means you must have come from my battle at the road. I'm just resting here. welcome to my home. That's what it is, at least. This is a place I've been fond of. You can call me Javi. It's what your kind seems to enjoy calling me, at least.
When he mentions that, Phalor is going to kind of take a moment and put his hand over his chest and give a slight bow while keeping eye contact. Well met, Javi. Do you require healing? And Phalor raises his hand and kind of like a shimmer would appear across it.
I am not wounded enough to require any such healing. And this pond here, this water, it is all I need. Once I soak within it, I will be good as new. But thank you. It's strange for one of your kind to care about one of mine. For that, I thank you. And it kind of just dips its head a little bit, and almost like a bow, at least what you can figure that a bow from a wolf would look like.
And Phalor's just going to kind of, again, maintain eye contact and kind of side mouth. So, everyone, I would like you to meet Javi, the Great Warg, Lord of this forest. As in the Great Wolf of Legend. He welcomes us to his home, and at the moment means us no harm.
Hope is still in hiding, by the way.
Again, Phalor's not looking behind, he's just relaying information.
So there's not gonna be a fight with this one.
I would certainly hope not.
Means
He seems
there
pretty
might be
sure
a
of himself.
fight with the smaller one. All right, what have you learned?
That's it so far. Phalor, or Karudi, just a moment. We're communing via mind link.
Yeah,
And-
do your thing.
Taylor's just going to turn back and give him full attention again. What was it that you fought?
Something old, something ancient, older than me. It chased a villager. It attacked. I once made a pact with the creatures that live within this village that I would help them. I still believe I am bound by that, so I tried to help them. They got away, and the creature fled. But what it was, I do not know. I do not wish to speak of what it could be, for what it is frightens me.
Great Javi. To have you, I would like to relay to you, I believe the people of the village still tell your tale rightly and do believe you a friend of the village and take that pact seriously.
That is all I need to know then. Me and my children will continue to watch over this forest.
Javi, there was a talk of a wolf creature walking on two legs. Was that be one of your children, or would that be something else?
That is something else. That is from the village. It came here. It lives here now, trying to escape something, helping or not helping. I do not know yet. I have been trying to ascertain what its motives are, but I do have an idea of where it rests.
Would you trust us with that information?
It has been a long time since I have talked with one of you, so I will answer that, but only after you answer a riddle.
Fair enough. I do enjoy
Ooh, a
good
riddle? I love a good riddle. And Hope's just going to kind of hop out of hiding and stand next to the rest of the group. Okay. Hi.
You
Can
were
we all hear
hiding
this,
very
or-
well.
Oh, is
You
this
can-
all mind blink? All of this?
You can all kind of hear it, because it's strong enough that it can invade all of your minds.
Okay,
Oh,
perfect. Good.
Oh,
That makes
that's
sense.
convenient because I heard riddle apparently.
You weren't hiding very well. That cloak might hide you from perception, but I can still smell you.
Hope's going to kind of smell herself and just be like, yeah, I can understand why. Okay.
Don't worry. It was almost hard to find you because of the smell of death upon that priest over there. He tends to hide you some. But anyways, back to my riddle. Since you are not getting any younger, my riddle is this. A legend that goes untold. A scale that weighs no gold. The blue of fishless seas. I offer a rose and a relief. Beyond belief, I shrink realities. What am I?
Okay, like one more time with like a little less growl, maybe?
A legend that goes untold. A scale that weighs no gold. The blue of fishless seas. I offer a rose and a relief. Beyond belief, I shrink realities. What am I?
Uh-huh. Okay. A legend that goes untold, a scale that weighs no gold, a blue of fishless seas. Now this part I got no sense out of this. I offer a rose and relief. Is it like a painting? Like a relief in the artistic sense?
Are you asking for a hint?
Yes.
You can fold this.
Scale that weighs no gold. It's got to be something sad. Anybody got any like ideas? Want to like talk about?
Sure. So legend can go untold in time. There are the scales of time. The blue fishless seas could potentially represent an eternity. A rose that grants relief could be death. But what default?
So do you think a scale that weighs no gold, like the idea of a scale, and the next line talks about fish, do you think it's a fish scale instead of a weighing scale?
Could be.
Yeah, I got nothing. I offer a rose in relief, and I have no idea what the next line is.
Do you need another clue?
Yeah. Yeah, probably, yeah.
You can carry this on you. You probably have one now.
So you can see Hope just like take out her backpack and start like rifling through it. Like, what do I have in here? Okay, so I got some leather, got some the playing cards.
Can
Come on,
I kill
Crudy,
it?
What do you have? What do you have on you?
A knife, the urge to murder, some food.
Miros, you're awfully quiet.
Considering infinite possibilities.
Well, we only need one.
You can use this while in a dungeon.
I know what it is.
Well, then share
Well-
with the group.
It is a map.
A map? Oh, a scale,
map
like a
has a
scale of
legend.
measurements.
Compass rose.
The blue of fishless seas. Well, I was right about the relief part, though. You know, yeah. That makes,
have a
and the
map.
legend, that makes so much sense. It's got to be a map.
Well, I was way off. Good for you, Miros.
I definitely didn't have one of those in my backpack, so that didn't help.
Man of Death, thank you for playing my game. I will tell you, if you go north from here, you'll shortly find a cliff's edge. Climb the cliff. Once you do, you will find yourself upon a small trail. At the end of this trail, there is a small cave. I once used this cave as a home long ago. The small creature seems to have begun living there.
And we can kill it, right? Right? Is that where you're leading to? The whole thanks for playing my game. Now please go kill my enemy because my enemy is your enemy, all that good stuff.
That is for you to decide who or what is your enemy. But the small wolf, I would not consider my enemy yet. I care more for that thing that attacked me, that creature that's older than old.
So maybe that's where we should go. Let's kill that instead. Sounds exciting. Sounds like the right person to kill. Where do we find it? Guess we follow the footprints?
Perhaps if You found the little wolf. You would get what you want, oh bloodthirsty one. You would be able to sink your fangs and wet them with blood.
I like this idea. Let's do it.
Well, Javi, I think you've helped us beyond what we could have hoped. And again, to behold you is something I ne'er believed I would see in my lifetime. Might I leave you with my own riddle?
Yes, I love riddles.
Yeah, me
sim-
too. It's a good one.
'Tis a simple one. But I figure a riddle worth a riddle is the least we can do. Javi, a box without a hinge, a key or a lid, but inside golden treasure is hid. What am I?
A box without a hinge, key, or lid.
But inside,
Yet
golden
treasure.
If I can't kill it, does it really matter?
I know what it is.
Would
I
it
know
be
what it is.
eggs?
Well, a single egg, yes.
Well, I do like eggs, but because you gave me that riddle, I will give you a treat. I have an egg. I wish you to have it. You can do what you want with it.
What
I
kind of
found it.
egg?
Oh, the riddle of that will be for you to decide if you wish to find out. And you just see the wolf's kind of grin and smirk, and it kind of goes, and you see it walk back over to the water, and it reaches down, and as it does, it reaches under the water, and you see its mouth wrap around something. It picks it up, and you see this big giant egg. The egg is roughly about 2.5 feet long. It's probably about 2 feet wide, and it comes and puts it down in front of you.
Once again, Phalers is going to put his hand over his chest and lean down. Thank you for this great gift, Javi. I have no doubt what lies inside will be most interesting.
I do not know what to do with it. The options, I was weighing them, but this seems like this'll be at least entertaining, and you may find it useful, even if it's just to quench your hunger.
What color is it?
As you look at it, it's kind of a silverish and white egg.
Okay.
It almost looks like there's spots that are silver and then there's spots that are white.
Would it be possible to do maybe like a survival or perception check? To know what it is?
If you do a perception check, you know it's an egg. Survival, probably, maybe. It'd be real hard because it's not it's not like your everyday egg.
Yeah, probably not. 17. I assume more than that.
You definitely know, based off of that whatever the creature is, it's going to be at least somewhat large. It's not a chicken. It could be a large bird. It might not be a bird. You don't know, but it's definitely going to be a larger than normal creature. But you can't even guess how large.
Does anybody have?
I want to do a nature check so bad, but Phalor would not know what this is.
Do we have something to put it in?
I have an inkling of what it is, and I'm excited. But I don't want to. I don't know.
A vampire penguin?
We do have a pack. Someone has to have
So
a
is
pack.
this still sitting there on the ground right now?
Yeah.
Yep, it's just sitting there.
All right. Hope's going to walk up and just be like, well, the curiosity is going to get the better of me yet again. And she's going to pick it up and kind of carry it under her arm. How big did you say it is?
It's 2.5 feet tall and 2 feet wide.
Whoa.
Hope's just like,
Yeah, about the size of her.
Right now,
it's not as to you, so.
Right now, it weighs roughly around 40 pounds. But as you pick it up, you feel that the shell is quite hard. Almost as hard as steel, almost. It's not something that you think you'd be able to break easily.
I am going to do one thing. That's weird.
Go for it.
Phalor's going to walk over to Hope, and he's going to put his hand on the shell of the egg. And he's going to attempt to mind link with whatever's in there to get a sense of what it is.
Kind of wrapped both her arms around it like this.
Okay. Give me a willpower save just because of what you're linking with.
Okay.
So we know it's a what. That's good.
Well, obviously, it's a what.
Oh, God.
Well, shit.
Phalor's about to get effed up.
Accidentally links with the eggshell instead. Okay.
You don't have inspiration, right?
I do not have inspiration.
Okay.
I do have resistance to psychic damage. So there's that.
Okay. So as you try to link with this thing, you just feel...
Oh, I have advantage on wisdom saves. Was it wisdom?
Okay.
You said willpower. Is willpower wisdom?
Yeah.
I have advantage.
Roll again.
Oh, dear God. Fudge!
Okay, this is at least better than the other one.
Yeah, hold on. So, and I do have a +6 to wisdom, so that's 10.
Okay. So as you try to link with this thing, you feel all this knowledge just start flooding into your brain, almost overpowering you.
Oh.
You just see images and all these things that you've never even thought about, all these different archaic ways of magic, ancient and lost to your kind. And you just feel this deep, booming voice just scream out. And as you do, it pushes you out.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Oh. Holy. Oh.
What
like you
were
shouldn't
you
do that.
trying to do?
Phalor is going to drop to his knees and hold his head. Oh.
Somebody either
Give me a
hold
minute.
this gigantic egg or check if he's okay.
Minute. I'm fine. Just give me a minute. So much knowledge. So much power. It's so strong. I wasn't ready for that. Oh. All right, hold on. My senses are coming back to me. Oh, man. Oh. All right. I'm okay. I don't know what that is. Whatever it is has deep knowledge of time long forgotten and is extremely powerful.
Okay, so we're taking it with us then, right?
Absolutely. But be careful with it. Eats.
I mean, it's not doing anything weird to me. I'm just sitting here giving it a nice big hug.
No, it's not that. It's a creature of great power and importance.
That's why we get along so well.
All right, He's just gonna try and stand up, and he's gonna take a glance over at Javi, and kind of give him a little bit of a smile. That was an experience. Oh, Javi, we will see now why you had such pensiveness with regarding what you would do with it.
I think I have chosen well. I'm sure it'll bring you much. Treat it well, guard it well, or do whatever you want with it. But either way, I'm sure it will be useful.
I certainly understand its value now. Oh, thank you, Javi. All right, we need to get going. The night is growing short.
Enjoy your trip. Perhaps someday I will see you again.
Nothing would please
short-lived creatures.
Nothing would please me more, Javi. Also, your children, are they regular-looking wolves?
Some, the youngest, look just like a wolf. Few are large like me. Most are about the size of you, though.
We will steer clear of your children, Javi.
They pose no threat to you. They will let you pass. Don't worry if you see one. I will have one follow at a distance to make sure none of my other children hinder you.
Thank you, Javi. And with that, he's going to back away, bow, and make to shove off.
And with that, Javi will kind of go around, and you'll see it slowly kind of start to walk into the water and just start to immerse itself and just lay in the water with its head just barely out, and it lays it onto the soft bank. Enjoy your trip. And with that, you just see it kind of close its eyes and start to lay back down. And with that, you guys start to gather yourselves back up, now with this strange egg in your possession and the newfound knowledge that if you head north, you might be able to locate this small wolf creature, or maybe the villagers. You start heading that way. About 10 minutes later, you come up to these cliffs that it talked about. These cliffs are 20 feet tall. You don't see any obvious path. It seems that the way up, while somewhat dangerous, isn't tricky. You believe that you'd be able to climb it. So you go up to the cliff and you get an eye on it, and you kind of see a path up that you can climb. Do you guys want to try to climb up the path, the cliff face?
I feel like Karudi would go first on this one.
Yeah, Crudy's gonna take to that path up and be like,
Hope
yeah,
is carrying
let's
this 40-pound egg right now, so
Okay.
go. Excellent.
So,
acrobatics are
Karudi,
going to come into play here.
Rudy, as you get there, either give me an athletics or an acrobatics, whichever you want.
Wait,
20.
Okay, you are able to kind of climb up there. You don't have much trouble. You are able to kind of follow the path, find handholds in, and as you do there, you easily kind of maneuver your way slowly up the cliff. At times, you grab onto a handhold, you kind of get yourself ready, and then you jump forward, grab another handhold, slowly making your way up. Once you get to the top, you slowly pull yourself up to the top with all your strength. You roll over onto the top of the cliff, take a breather for a minute, and then you see that you are up there. Up there with you, though, you see what seems to be a young woman, and she's standing a little ways off. And she seems to be in tattered clothes, but her face is also covered with some sort of mask. And as you are kind of on there on your back, you look at her and you start to get up. You see that she is slowly starting to come towards you.
Hello? And she's going to roll a little bit quicker and pull her knife, because that's Crudy's first option, is pull the weapon out.
You don't hear any response.
Ma'am? Guys, there's somebody up here. She's going to call out and look back, but not really take her eye off this lady.
Who would be coming up second?
I'm going to say... Failer's going to kind of put his pack down and try and empty out as much as he can. And say, here, I'll empty out my pack. Let's see if you can fit the egg inside. And even if it's a little big, we can take some rope and wrap it around so that way we can carry this thing easier. There's got to be room in your pack for all the rest of this kind of adventuring gear, right?
Yeah, I can work with that.
So you'll be able to put the egg in, but it will definitely stick out of the bag. But it's not bad enough that you risk it falling out of the bag, especially after you kind of tie it up and wrap it in so the bag holds it better. But it does fit in your bag.
Perfect.
So Hope's going to take all the extra gear or whatever, put it in her pack, and then she's once again going to put the hood on her cloak and slink off into the darkness. Within earshot and eye shot, but...
Put on the pack, I guess.
While they're figuring that out, Miros is gonna start climbing the cliff.
Give me an athletics or an acrobatics.
Yeah, 12.
So it takes you definitely longer, but you will start making your way up. Who's going to go third and who's going to go last?
I'll probably go last.
Yeah, I guess Hope will go third.
Okay. Then can you guys roll initiative for now?
Okay.
Okay.
Jagger, are we on the map in Roll20 yet?
Let me actually get over to that.
Haha.
Okay.
Yes, murder, yes. Destruction.
So you three won't be up here yet. It's just right now Karudi, but you guys will be making your way up.
Up to...
Walking fast.
Where? I see us on the map. I'm just trying to figure out where we are. Are you saying like this?
That's where you'll end up coming once you guys get up there.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Okay.
Got you.
But right now you're climbing the cliff up to this point.
Okay.
You want us to tell you our roles?
Yes, tell me what each of you actually got.
Hope got an 8.
Feel like at a 14.
7 for Rudy.
Miro's got a 20.
Okay.
You said it's 20 feet high?
Yep.
Okay. Just like you're probably aware, but I'm just going to remind I have that dagger of warning. So if they're within 30 feet of me, they can't be surprised by anything that attacks them.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Luckily, there's nothing within 30 feet of you that is threatening you.
There you go. Perfect. Love it. I feel safer already.
Okay. So, Karudi, while you are up there, let me actually get this in there. This young woman starts to move toward you. You have your dagger out and you are getting ready. And the woman comes up. Doesn't say anything. She seems to be ignoring your pleas to try to get her attention. But she moves up to just 10 feet away from you. It's your turn.
Come a step closer and I'll attack.
Okay.
She come a step closer?
Are you wanting her to take a step closer?
Oh, I'm saying if she takes a step closer, Crudy's saying she'll attack. Please don't turn off the computer.
Right now, she does not. So you're going to hold your action.
Mm-hmm.
Miros, you spend this time climbing, and by the end of your turn, you get up to the top of the cliff, and you are standing there next to Karudi, and you kind of, as you get up, you notice this woman as well. And you heard as you were coming up, Karudi was trying to get her attention, but she doesn't seem to respond at all.
Does she look like she's injured in any way, or?
She has some scrapes, but that could be just from like traveling through the forest at all. She doesn't look like she has any cut marks or bites or anything like that.
What's the mask that you said she was wearing?
It just seems to be like a black mask that just covers the bottom part of her face from her nose down. Almost like a veil.
See her eyes, right?
Yeah, you still see her eyes.
Maybe she's just going to the grocery store.
She's going to Walmart.
We going to Wally World.
COVID-19 things.
Miros is going to put his hand on Karudi and then take a step forward and make a medicine check on the woman. Let me see if I can help you. Nope.
Hot rolls tonight. Hot rolls.
Dang.
As you kind of reach out and you try to kind of look at her, you touch her arm and you see her kind of whip out, and she kind of swings her arm back and her fingernails just scratch into your arm, and you take 2 points of damage as she scratches you in response to that.
Oh, no, bitch. We're taking you down now. And with that, Crudy's done waiting. And obviously, she's waiting for a turn.
But a scratch.
And with that, Phaler, you were going to be last, right?
Yep, I'm last.
Okay,
Wait, is Riz saying she wanted to use her attack that she had saved, though?
You want to take your held action.
Is that what you're saying,
I-
Rit?
Do that?
she was waiting for someone to get closer to her, she said.
I was just trying to figure out what Rit was trying to do. I thought you were saying you were going to use your held attack because this girl scratched Miros.
If that's possible, she would.
If you want to move closer and attack her, I'll let you.
Okay, she would move closer and attack with probably the pommel. Because she's not, she doesn't want to kill her. She's probably not kill her right away.
He wants to make it slow.
Not right
So
away.
bloodthirsty. Then she gets up there and wusses out.
I know.
Like, yeah, die, bitch.
I'm gonna kill something. I'm gonna
just maybe
drink their blood.
knock you
Poor
unconscious.
beat-up-looking woman. She recoils
I mean, she's
in
not gonna
fear from
take it-
Pamir, or from Miros, and then you're just
Miros.
gonna walk up and pummel her to the face.
Yeah!
Listen
Sounds like
here,
Creed.
you beat-up bitch. Pop!
Well,
Scratching my
that's why she's knocking her
friends.
out. That's why she's knocking her out.
You
instead of killing
scratched your
her.
last, lady.
She doesn't need a medicine check. She needs a swift hit to the face.
Okay, roll your attack.
Okay. Would I roll a hit
Wow.
first?
Yeah,
Yes.
you roll,
Yeah.
roll your
Okay.
D20.
Words. Heart. Okay. 10? 10.
Shut up, Coder.
Not gonna hit. Oh, she's gonna miss the weak, innocent babe.
10
What's
plus
your
what?
attack bonus?
Whatever
Why
your
am I
attack
having
was,
a come?
it should say plus whatever to hit.
And the
So like if you're
action
making a
stab.
dagger attack, it'll be like a plus.
Oh, okay,
something.
okay. 7. So it's 17.
That's pretty
You
good.
hit.
It's a pretty good hit. Yeah.
Okay. Whack. Whacks with the back of her pommel.
Roll damage.
For 8.
How much damage?
8.
Okay. As you kind of come up there, you take the pommel of your dagger and you come down from down below and you just slam it up into her face.
Oh.
As you do, you see her nose just shatter
Oh.
and blood starts to come out of it.
Hmm.
And she kind of reels back a little bit and kind of stumbles back and then kind of stands back up. And you see that blood is just coming out of her nose. And she doesn't seem to really be phased other than that, though.
Did she make a sound?
She did not.
Okay.
And with that, Phaler, you are going to wait. You're going to kind of get positioned to try to help in case Hope needs help going up.
No, I would just probably call up. Everything all right up there?
We have a zombie. And
Zombie, it's just a poor girl.
Hope you better get up there.
I've smacked it around a little bit, not really reacting, not sure what to do with it. I don't know what to do beyond hitting things sometimes. Hope?
Wow, my sneak attack is working out so well right now. I appreciate y'all. No faith. Is it my turn?
Yeah, Hope.
All right, so Hope's gonna try to clamber up the hill and approach the girl, the lady.
Roll me a athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. Uh, 12 plus 8, a 20 for acrobatics.
Okay, so you kind of like Karudi, you kind of go and you slowly start to make your way up, but you move rather quickly as you find the handheld, you grab on, and then you kind of swing your body and jump to the next handhold, and you kind of make your way up the side of the cliff, jumping from handhold to handhold, saving you time. You move up there, and you crest the top, and once you get to the top, you see this woman standing in front of Karudi. Her nose is shattered, blood's just dripping out of it. Crudy's there, kind of holding the pommel of her dagger, getting ready to attack again, and Miros is there. He looks like he was trying to reach out to her, but you don't know exactly what. So you still have some movement, and you can still have action. What do you want to do?
Well, about that. Dang. I think I would do a non-lethal attack on this lady.
Okay.
So, trying to knock her unconscious.
Go ahead. Give me an attack.
That's a 23.
That's gonna hit.
20. That's a 24.
Doesn't matter. It's still gonna hit.
I mean, and this is gonna be all right. So then for damage, this is a dual wield attack, by the way. So that's the first. The first is it's a 10 with the left hand attack, and then can I do a right hand attack?
Yeah, you have to roll to hit it again, and then see if you hit.
Okay. 15.
That'll hit.
And then this is just a D8 plus 2. That's a 4. Yeah.
So 10 and 4?
I think it was 8, but let me check.
Oh, 8 and 4?
No, you're right. It was 10 and 4. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Can I also use sneak attack on this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So then that's extra 3d6 of damage.
God, you guys are mean to people you just run into in the forest.
Our tiefling twin murder hobos of the party.
I'm trying to kill
Hey,
her.
look, here's a woman that looks like she's in trouble and beat up. Let's hit her in the face. And
Okay,
then, oh,
but
yes,
in
she hit her in the
all
face. Let's stab her
fairness-
twice. It's fine.
When Hope comes up, she just sees that Karudi has knocked her on the head with a... Yeah. So that's another 13.
So 14 and 13. As you come up and you take your... Do you have daggers?
Rapiers.
Okay, you have 2 rapiers. You come up and obviously you can't hit her with this pointy end. So you come with your pommel, the pommel of your rapiers, and you slam her once right in the gut. You see her kind of double over, but she doesn't make any sound. So you come back with the other one and you just slam it down in the back of her head. And as you do, she just crumples down into the ground, and see her not move at all as she just collapses into the ground.
Don't you,
You see a little
regret that?
blood start to come out her.
I feel awful. Like,
Don't you feel awful
personally-
now? You're the one that did it. No,
What the
no,
hell's
no,
wrong
no.
with you people?
I mean...
It's fine.
She said, move another step, move another, make another movement. Rudy warned her. It's not her fault.
I don't
She
know.
recoiled in fear from the guy trying to touch her.
Is this the
and you
conversation
attacked
happening?
her.
Because
No, it's fine. This is table talk. Sorry.
the tiefling twin murder.
As you guys are watching that, Phaler is able to kind of climb up and take in this sight. And Phaler, as you do, you notice this woman just collapsed face down on the ground. You see blood kind of coming out from underneath her face as she's face first in the dirt.
What in the devil's going on?
What is wrong with you people?
I don't know. I came up here and she had a bloody nose from Karudi, so I thought that she was attacking us, and so I knocked her unconscious because I wasn't really sure what was happening.
Are we out of
I
initiative?
warned her. She made the
Karudi-
move.
Karudi had start.
Initiative's
is-
paused right now.
Okay.
Karudi inflicts violence, and you think it's their fault?
Who do you want me to trust?
Miros.
Random lady in the woods, one of our party members. I don't know.
Miros
Miros,
bends
come with me.
down Miss Miro spins down and tries to stabilize this woman.
Yeah, Phalor's gonna assist.
Okay. Go ahead and give me
just
another
knocked
medicine
her
check.
out. What are you doing?
Do you want him to do with advantage, or do you want me to give you one too?
Yeah, he'll have advantage.
Oh, well,
So then
Thank God.
Hope's going to move over to
'cause-
Karudi.
I needed it. Oh, jeez. What is my medicine? +6, so 13.
So you'll be able to kind of look over her and roll her over. You see that her nose is completely shattered. And you'll be able to kind of notice that she's knocked unconscious. She is bleeding. You'll be able to stop the bleeding, though, as best you can. Kind of put bandages on her and lay her down in a more comfortable position. And you stabilize her. She doesn't come to, but as you are kind of looking over her, you notice that for some reason, it almost looks like there was something about her mind, almost as like she was under some sort of hypnosis almost. The way she was acting was a little off. She had some control, but not complete control over her. But she seems to have been under some sort of suggestion. And while you guys are doing that, you see this wolf creature come running towards you guys on 2 feet. And as it starts to get closer, you see it just throw back its head, and underneath is this young woman, and she comes running up. What are you doing? Why would you do that?
She's okay. She'll be okay. My friends are quick to violence. But no permanent harm is done.
Phalor's gonna reach over and put his hand over her head, like where her nose is shattered. And he's going to... where's the spell? It's a feature.
These healer guys are undoing all of our
He's gonna
hard
cast
work.
Healing Light on her face. And it's just I'm gonna use 2 of my 7d6 that I can use. So for 7 healing on her face.
Okay. As you do, you kind of see that the nose kind of starts to fix itself somewhat. And while it looks still a little crooked, the bleeding completely stops. The bone at least has structure again. And she starts to breathe a little normally. This young woman kind of comes up and she looks at her. And you see her, she kind of bends down looking at this woman as you heal her. And you just hear her say, "Oh, Vandry, I'm sorry. These people, we can't let Isra see you. This will scare her. Oh, I hope you wake up soon, Vandry.
Who are you?
I'm Karita. I've brought these people here. We're from the village of Lightshade. I was a priest there, but I escaped, and I've been helping these people to leave. Who are you? If I did not see you healing her, I would have attacked you. I fear that you might have been sent by Teflar to hunt us down.
Phalor wants to do insight check.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So does Miros.
That's a 26, baby. Let's go.
Oh, nat 20.
Let's go.
Miros got
So-
16.
You believe what she is saying. You don't think she's lying to you. You do get the feeling that she is trying to hide, like not say everything, but she has not lied to you at all yet. You do believe that she is from the village. You do believe that she brought people here to try to escape from the village. And she does seem to actually fear Teflar.
Okay.
But she is definitely keeping something of the story hidden.
So when you said that, like, she appeared, are you saying that, like, she is the wolf creature?
Yes, she is. You see her. She's right now. She seems to be dressed in wolf clothes, like wolf skins.
Okay.
She had a wolf mask over her, and she looks like she is a wolf creature walking on 2 feet. And even her boots seem to make the footprints of this wolf creature.
Mm. All right. Well,
Plot twist.
we're certainly not here to harm you. Apologies for the swiftness of my friend's actions. But
Could
why do we
swiftly
need to fear
kill-
Teflar? She certainly is angry with you, we do know that, but we are not from here. We're from Waterdeep.
Teflar is hunting these people, and they are in danger. Their families are in danger because of what they are, who they worship.
Ha!
Teflar.
I told you we couldn't trust her.
Teflar was my master, but she has been sent here to hunt down any of the Dreamwalkers, anyone that worships Selune. So the Dreamers, they're not safe.
Said the Dreamers. What does that mean?
Is that just the followers of Selune are called Dream?
Some followers of Selune are Dreamers. The ones here are Dreamers, or they have members of their family that are Dreamers. And that puts them at a great risk. And well, Vandry herself is not a dreamer. Isra seems to be. And she seems to be a powerful one, but oh god, I can't let her see Vandry, not like this.
So what you're telling me is you could go back to the village if we kill Metal?
No.
Plastic?
the
Whatever
village
his name is?
Teflar.
Teflar?
Teflar, her, the priestess that
Yes.
we talked to before we came out to the woods. Karudi, come on.
I wasn't paying that much attention, but if we just have to kill her so you can go back, I mean, that's easy enough. Let's do it.
We can't go back to the village. The village is filled with people that worship Shar. These people worship Selune in secret. It's better to not stay here. It's better to go somewhere else.
I want to look at the woman that is on the ground. Can I tell if she's still under some sort of compulsion? Like do her
Give me an
eyes-
Arcana check.
Okay. Oh my god,
Yeah, I mean,
that's a 3. Yeah.
You can't tell if this compulsion has been stopped, if it's still going on, or even much about it. You just have the feeling that she was under a compulsion, but you can't. You're starting to question if you actually felt that, or if she still is.
Well, there's only one way to be sure. Miros is going to cast Dispel Magic. On her.
Dispel magic.
Yeah.
Okay. As you cast Dispel magic, you let's see. Dispel magic. Do you actually get a feeling if you actually dispel anything?
It just removes any effect.
Yeah, I don't think I do unless it's stronger than the spell level. Then I have to struggle for it.
Maybe if you could see a reaction from the girl.
Who's unconscious?
Yeah, like if her body
Okay.
reacts to it.
So you cast it, and as you do, you kind of see the magic kind of go into her, and as it circulates around, you see her body kind of relaxes a little.
Miros, what did you do?
This woman was under some sort of compulsion, I believe.
Karita, what do you know about this?
Simply removed it.
I do not know. She was in the cave. She was supposed to be gathering some mushrooms. I was watching the others near our camp, which is just to the side of the cave, and then she just started walking down the slope this way. I figured she was just going to grab more herbs.
Baylor's going to cast Detect Magic or Eldritch Sight. Not just to see if he can sense any magic coming from her, but if he can sense magic coming from anywhere else.
Okay.
Got a bad feeling about this.
As you kind of do that, you do feel like a faint trace of magic off of the woman that's laying there in front of you.
Mhm.
But you also strangely get this strong sense of magic coming towards you slowly down the pathway
From which direction?
from the north.
Like from where they're camped?
Yep.
Heads up, everyone. I'm feeling. Do I get the sense that that's the same magic?
You get the sense that the magic is from the same person and it's the same domain, but it's not the same magic.
Ooh. I feel a residual magic within this girl, and I sense a very similar magic coming down the hill from us. Karita, do you have anyone that can cast spells? A powerful spellcaster up there? If not,
do
everyone be at
not
the ready.
have anyone that can do magic up there. No.
Everyone be at the ready.
I think that very
I check if she's
predictably,
lying.
Hope is going to slink off into the shadows. Sorry.
Give me a stealth check.
I'd be glad to. I think I
Joel.
get advantage. Hold on.
You get advantage?
Hold on. Because of the cloak, I have advantage
Oh, thank God.
on stealth checks made to hide. Goodness gracious.
Damn, these dice tonight.
Ouch. So 5 plus 8. So 13. Yeah.
So, as far as you know right now, you kind of slip off into the shadows.
Big.
You might not be. Who knows?
Miros knows.
But as you kind of slip off into the shadows, you all can kind of see this woman in bright, almost black. It's black, but it shines brightly in the moonlight armor. And it's made out of black obsidian. And she seems to be coming down, walking down the pathway. And you see that she wears spiked gauntlets. And it's Teflar, the female priest. And she kind of starts walking down the pathway, and she comes to the edge. Oh, fancy meeting you all here. I'm glad you could find my little bird that's flown its coop for me. Thank you. I think I can handle it from here. Go back to town, and I will have Rannin reward you.
Yeah, I think not. And Crudy is going to prepare to attack. And cast Disappearing Smite when it's my turn.
Does anyone else want to say anything, or are you just gonna go back to combat?
I'm hiding.
Well, I know you're hiding.
Wanted to feel like I
It'd be awkward if you started talking from the shadows.
Hello.
Kill her!
I'm gonna. Failer's
believe
gonna
at least-
attempt. Oh, go ahead, Mears. Go.
I believe at least an explanation is in order. You said she was banished, but she claims to have escaped. A discrepancy has appeared.
Being a priestess of Shar, one of the Night Lady, the mistress of pain, I may have taught her in a little more of a Spartan way than I intended, but that was to make her the greatest priestess she could be. She's lashing out. I told you that she might be the one causing problems and to get revenge.
Failer is gonna attempt to intimidate her. Tefla, you may be a priestess of Shah, but even her power is not going to help you now. Go back to your village and leave these people be, or you're in for a fight you cannot win.
I back him up and give him advantage or something by being extra scary.
Like, yeah, what he said.
Depends. How would you try to back him up?
I would cast Searing Smite, which would light up my sword, my already flaming sword, even shinier.
And Failer would just light up his palm with probably a sacred flame.
And Miros will cast False Life as a aura of necromantic energy surrounds him. And basically looks like it gives him a layer of dead skin that appears to be rotting off.
That is disgustingly fantastic.
And Hope will hide in the bushes.
Okay.
Make your check.
I will
You
give
have
you.
my
You
sword
can
and
have
my
advantage on that.
And my dead skin.
That-
My camouflage.
That is a 22.
22.
Yep.
You see here, she kind of starts taking a couple steps back.
Go.
Let's go.
It's about dang time.
Why do you threaten me? I am the priestess in the village. I have done nothing wrong.
As one who maintains and upholds the law, wherever I go, you may not force these people to do things against their will. If they choose to worship who they wish and wish to leave, you cannot stop them, nor can you hunt them. That is an injustice I will not endure.
I I need to roll for my temporary.
I have done nothing wrong. I would not ask you to butt into the politics of our village. You don't understand it.
He's going to mind link. No, I believe you do not understand. These people are not your property. And you will leave them be. Or would you prefer to have all of the authorities in Waterdeep come visit your village?
With that, she kind of steps back a little bit. But then out of the darkness, you see another man, tattered clothes much like the others, come up and start to walk past Teflar. And this man, you notice that his clothes, while they're kind of torn and destroyed to some extent, it seems to be the outfit of a guard of Waterdeep. And he slowly walks down and stands in front of Teflar. And he seems to be just looking at all of you. But his expression, as you kind of notice, he's looking at you, but not looking at you. And with that, Teflar steps back, and then she starts to begin chanting. So we'll go back into initiative at this point.
Whose turn is it?
I just got to roll
Dylan,
for the guard.
Dylan, that's it.
Dylan.
Miros, it is your turn.
Death and darkness go hand in hand. You have seemed to have chosen death. You'll cast Toll the Dead. Forcing Teflar to make a wisdom save.
Does the 24 pass?
Oh yeah. What level do you think we are? Let's see.
Are you going to do anything else, Miros?
He's going to move to stand in front of the injured girl.
Okay. And with that, it is Dylan's turn. Dylan walks up to the edge of the cliff, and then he jumps down.
Dylan, no!
It's 11 damage, but he jumps down, and then he's going to swing a sword at you, Miros, as he comes slashing down at you. Does it? A 13 won't hit you, right?
No.
Okay.
He tries to slash at me, but I deflect it with the bracer of my splint.
Okay. Phalor, it is your turn. As you see Dylan standing in front of you and Miros.
Sorry, I have a shield. I deflected with my shield.
How far away is Teflar?
She's about 40 feet if you count the height difference too.
Okay, so she's about 40 feet away. Okay. Phalor is going to cast Hypnotic Pattern right on top of her. She needs to make a wisdom save, or she will be charmed and incapacitated.
Okay, and
Just really hoping that Dylan's under a concentration spell.
17.
She makes the save. Nothing happens.
So you see that as you cast the spell, you see it kind of, this hypnotic pattern kind of coalesce in front of her, and it seems like it's starting to affect her, but she's able to push it out and resist it. And you see she just kind of snarls at you. Oh, don't play your little tricks on me. You're far too young for that. And with that, she is going to cast a spell.
Phalor's going to react with counterspell.
I don't know if she left or if our DM left, but either way, it's not good.
It's the last trick in my book. It's all I got. I'm buying you all time. You better get to her and kick her ass.
I don't know. You might just heal her if we do.
It's a 4th level spell, so you have to roll a, what was it?
It's
You have to roll your spellcasting ability, and you have to pass. You have to get higher than a 14.
Okay. 16 plus 6. That's 22.
So you dispel her spell. As you do, you see she is casting this spell, and this greenish necrotic effect is surrounding her hands. And as she begins to try to cast it at you, your spell just seems to have dispersed it, and it just disperses into nothingness. And she kind of looks at it and looks at you, getting angrier.
Take that, you dog bitch.
Hope it is your turn.
Alrighty. So just so I'm understanding, like, the map, like, Teflar has, like, the high ground here, like, verticality?
Yeah.
That's the high ground.
She's the high ground, Anakin? So, like, how far is the vertical distance?
The vertical distance is about 10 feet.
Okay. Okay. Dang, there's so many people in the way here. This is going to be difficult. Alright, so I can move 30. And each of these squares is 5, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So I think I would, Hope is going to move, like, around and try to still stay hidden and get closer to her. I'm trying to figure out where. I guess she'll get about halfway. Like,
You
I
can
don't know,
always
is there
take
like
dash
a
if you can
bush or a
get to her
tree or
anyway.
something? What?
You can always take dash if you want to get closer to her. Double your movement.
Ooh.
You have to. Move
You wouldn't be able
at
to take an
half speed
action,
while
but
you're
like
stealth.
you'd at least be closer.
What did you say, Cataract?
I can't remember if stealth makes you move at half speed to maintain
I don't think so. Not that I know of.
Unless you got your magic cloak on.
And I got my magic boots on too. So I could use. Okay, I'm gonna use dash to finish closing out the distance.
So for stealth, to stay stealth, you move negative minus 10 feet of whatever your maximum is to stay stealthed.
So you can
Even if I have magic boots on,
Depends on exactly what your boots do.
they're boots of striding and springing. While you wear these boots, your walking becomes 30 feet, unless your walking speed is higher and your speed isn't reduced if you are encumbered or wearing heavy armor.
It would still do it because sneaking, you're not technically walking, you're sneaking.
Sneaking.
So those boots are great, especially for like shorter races,
Yeah.
but they still give benefits to you.
So if my normal movement is 30, now it's 20. Still with 20 and another 20, I could still make it to her.
Well, no, it's so if you're taking a dash, your total movement would be 60 minus 10 be 50.
Okay. I can make it to her. Anyways. It was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. It's like 40 to get to her. So.
Yeah, you can make it to her, but then you won't be able to do anything else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the dash uses your action.
But if you can't get to her anyway, at least you can be right next to her or behind her.
Great. Can I stay hidden?
Yeah,
next
you're
to her?
still hidden technically, unless she tries to perceive you.
Okay. That's fine. We'll do that. Sorry, my turns always take a long time.
It's fine.
That's
Rudy.
what I'll do.
If I were to dash with 30 walking, would I make it to her?
You probably
Yeah.
could, but
Okay.
you wouldn't be able to
So-
do anything again.
Yes, I would, because I'm going to use second wind. Oh, wait, that's not what I meant to be. Not second wind. Sorry. Not second wind. I'm going to use action
Action
surge,
surge.
which allows me to take an additional action.
Let's go.
And so then she's going to attack with
Murder
my
hobos, let's go.
Murder hobo. So roll for attack. Okay. I don't add anything to that, right?
Yeah, you add
So
your attack
7.
modifier.
So yeah. So 12.
You miss.
Okay, and when I attack, let me just make sure it says it. I don't have to hit. You can act twice whenever you take the attack action on your turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and try again. It's gonna swing and a miss.
Oh,
Wow.
She's gonna swing and a miss. She
Gosh.
the bright
Tika, is that you?
green. I know, right? The bright green of the dissipated spell just kind of like has created spots in her eyes, and when she goes for the attack, she swings long and she swings far. But yeah.
Neuros, it's your turn.
Can you move, Karudi?
I thought I saw her moved up there.
Oh, I see it now. I don't know. Maybe it hadn't refreshed.
yeah. There you go.
Miros is going to take a gamble and say, I hope your are not truly on her side, friend. And cast Dispel Magic on Dylan.
Let me see. I know Dispel Magic. So yeah, you have to do a DC save and roll your spell ability check, and you got to beat a 14.
I got a 14.
Okay, you see that as you cast it on Dylan, he starts to come to his senses, and as he does, he just kind of collapses into the ground on his knees, and you see that he's just breathing heavily, but he seems to be coming back to his senses.
Alright, I took out a combatant on my own.
That was good.
I missed.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Dylan just kind of sits there and kind of starts to gain back his composure, and he's kind of looking around, trying to wondering what's going on. And he kind of looks up at all of you, but he's gonna not do anything this turn. Phalor, it's your turn.
Eldritch Blast the bitch.
Yes. Well, you are talking about the priestess, right?
That's 19 to hit.
You hit.
That is 6 damage. I'm gonna just materialize this purple flame in my hand and just throw it almost like I'm pitching a fastball right at her face.
So,
Hope kind of ducks.
Greedy does the same. She sees it coming and kind of moves. That's why she missed. She was ducking that ball of fire.
It's fair.
so as you cast that and you hit her, she responds with a legendary action, and you see her start to cast a cantrip targeting at you, Phalor.
Well, shit.
She attacks you with...
She does a what? A legendary action?
Yep. She's the boss baddie. She got extra cool shit.
She attacks you with Sacred Flame. You must succeed a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 14.
Phalor, Phalor, Phalor.
Fail.
Okay, you take 2d8 damage. You take 8 points of radiant damage as this sacred flame just descends on you.
As Phalor lights up with this fire, it's going to burn brightly around him, and it's going to die down really quickly. And because he is a Kalashtar, he only takes half damage of radiant damage.
Yes.
And he is going to look at her very angrily.
Ooh, he packed his angry eyes, just in case.
Packed his angry eyes.
Considering you a threat right now, she again starts to cast magic. And She targets you, and as this necrotic energy builds up again in her hand, she points it at you. And the spell, she shoots a ray of sickening greenish energy at you.
Dear God, this is gonna hurt.
So she is going to spell attack, so... Does a 14 hit you, Phalor?
Yes.
So you can do you have to make a Constitution save,
Okay.
or you will be poisoned. You also take 4d8 damage.
Ooh. That is a 19 plus 2, 21.
So you will not be poisoned,
Thank God.
but you take 16 damage.
Oh,
I don't get half that. Oh, shite. Oh, God. That's bad. Okay, that burns. Oh.
Do you really want to play a game of magic with me, boy?
Just wait and see.
it sounds hot.
With that, hope it's your turn.
So thankfully Karudi is here so I can use sneak attack. But I'm gonna dual wield some rapiers. So her left-handed attack, she gets a 9, which I assume is not going to hit.
No, not at all.
Okay, and then her right-hand attack, I'm going to get a 12.
That misses as well. So as you come in there with your rapiers and you try to stab her with both of them, trying to feint and prick her as best you can, she easily just kind of swats them away and just sneers at you, and kind of you see her grin kind of turn up in a wicked smile. Seems that poking someone is not your best ability. Perhaps you should just run off and hide. You seem better at that.
Those were just practice swings. I'm not done with you yet. And Hope is gonna stand her ground.
Karudi.
The dice hate me tonight.
Eat us all. Obviously, I'm gonna try to attack.
Hit this bitch, please.
Okay, so that's gonna be
Let's go.
plus 7, 25.
That hits.
Thank God. Okay, so
I'd be more
it's
scared if it didn't.
yeah, I know, right? Okay, so it's gonna be a couple of things. So I'm gonna do 1d8 plus 6, so 12.
Nice.
But because I cast Searing Smite, I'm also going to do 2d6s. So
Get her.
2d6s on top of that.
Is many much?
Okay, so 12, 6, 7,
18.
18. And then she has to make a Constitution saving throw at the start of each turn. So on her next turn, she'll make a Constitution saving throw.
Or what?
Or she will continue burning.
Or fire.
Let's go.
Okay.
So Karudi is going to get a little pissed that she kind of missed that first time, but she's going to blink her eyes, get the clarity of going on. She's going to see Phalor kind of light up in flames and immediately kind of react to the fact that Hope has kind of already missed, she's missed, and get pissed, and she's gonna slash, but she's not done. Because she can attack twice. So we're gonna roll another 1d20.
Let's go.
Miss.
I don't think, yeah, it's gonna miss. So
Oh.
she's done. She's done. But she, the flame of her sword is going to hit, and it's going to catch her the robe of this priestess on fire.
Nice.
A total of 18 damage. Biatch!
Hey, Miros, it's your turn.
Blood.
Alright. Miros is gonna move up there. And he is going to cast he'll just cast Toll the Dead on her. So wisdom save. DC 14.
$11.
Let's go.
The dice rubbed off on her.
11 necrotic.
Nice.
You see this damage start to affect her as you see the magical energies surround her as this toll just attacks her. Dylan stands up, kind of looks down, looks at himself, sees where he's at, kind of takes in the picture. He notices you, Phalor, and then he looks and sees behind him up the hill. He sees Hope and Karudi fighting Teflar. And with that, he just kind of nods to you, Phalor, and then he starts running around. And he runs up by Miros, and he stops there, and that's his turn. Phalor, it's your turn.
Phalor's gonna look at Karita. Karita, if independence is truly what you seek, now is your time to fight. Aid us. I know you have power inside you. Use it against her, as we must. And then he's gonna turn back and fire another Eldritch Blast.
Are you going to try to persuade her at all, or are you just going to talk to her?
I'm just gonna talk to her because
Okay.
I don't want to waste the action trying to persuade her. But he's certainly hoping that snaps her out of whatever kind of frozen kind of thing that she's in. And that is I believe it's a 15.
15 does not hit.
Okay. Phalor throws an Eldritch Blast uphill, and this time it goes over her head.
Teflar is starting to feel hurt. She's angry, and she just kind of, you see this energy just surrounding her. She is going to reach out to you, Karudi. And as she does, she is going to try to touch you with her right hand.
To roll for that Constitution save. Biatch, you on fire.
I think she already did.
Oh, she did?
Yep, and she just hit you with a nat 20.
No, that was actually the attack. I'll do Constitution now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Is that
But
20
her
of the
tax-
Constitution?
Can that be the Constitution save?
They're all high rolls. What the heck?
No, her Constitution's not that great.
What are you guys doing? Oh,
She's
well then
still on fire.
she's still on fire. Yeah,
This
so
girl is on
Another
fire.
2d6 damage.
Yeah, but if she
yeah,
just
1d6.
crit you on the hit.
4. I don't know. Do I do it or you? I don't know.
You can do it. So
Okay,
she'll take
yeah.
4 more damage.
Mm-hmm. We won't talk about the fact that those both hit really hard, not to mention that freaking 20. Okay, what'd she do? Help.
Got this.
So double the damage. So the normal damage is 4d6. So we'll times that by 2.
Oh,
Why?
The normal damage was 46?
Yep.
Is it fire?
Nope, it's necrotic.
I'm dead.
People know
not
that.
4d6, not 46.
Oh, 46.
I heard
Oh,
46. And
I
I was
heard
like,
40.
excuse me?
D6
4d6, not 46.
Thank
Okay, okay.
goodness. I was
You were
freaking out.
freaking me out a little bit.
No, you take 20 damage.
I mean, ouch, but
Still hurts.
I'll take.
I definitely
As-
heard 4, 6 as in, oh my gosh.
As she grabs onto you and she starts to steal your life energy, you see the wounds on her body start to heal.
Ah! The hell?
Oh, dang.
I can't do anything about that, can I?
Hope, it's your turn.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm gonna call back to Phalo and Miros. Guys, she's doing something to Karudi that seems to be regenerating her own health. Yeah.
Let's respond.
Okay. And then I guess after relaying that information, she's gonna try to dual wield some rapiers and hope that the dice help her out a little bit here.
Come on, dice gods.
So she could say 17.
That hits.
Thank God.
And we're gonna do 1d8 plus 3 for that damage, and then I'll also do the sneak attack damage. So 6 damage on that. And then for sneak attack it's 3d6. Well, that's another 8, so that's 14 damage. And then she's gonna swing with her right hand attack. I think that's gonna hit. I think it's only a 10.
That misses.
Yeah, so she just did the 14 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Karudi.
Make her concentration check.
Constitution? Where's concentration?
Concentration. No. she
You mean
needs to make a
the
concentration
priestess, because it went back around to Karudi's turn.
check. No. Because she
Right?
cast vampire touch, and it's a concentration spell.
Oh.
And you
She
did
fails
damage to her.
Alright, then I'm going to attempt to attack.
Get her back.
I thought that was because of Karudi's flame sword still.
Go,
or
let's
no?
go.
She does that at the beginning of her turn.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
just different.
That
Okay.
hits.
That hits.
Nice.
That's plus 7. Okay, so I can.
Oh, yeah, it's
What I
probably
forgot
plus
is because this is on fire, it's actually 2d6. I could have rolled more. Oh well.
You did roll 2d6 on your
Yeah,
turn.
you did.
That was separate. That was for the other spell. That spell is no longer on this, so I do 8 damage.
Well, plus your normal sword damage, right?
That was the sword damage. So the sword's on fire. So instead of a 1d8 plus 6, it should have been 2d6.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And so I'll do 8 damage, and then roll to attack again, which is not gonna hit. 15.
1d8 plus 6 is better.
You should still have the plus 6 though, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
2d6
Okay.
plus 6? Is it 2d6 plus 6?
Maybe?
Is this on fire?
Oh, maybe that's an additional. Oh, that's an additional. Okay. Sorry, that's additional. So it's 1d plus 6 and also the 2d6. Okay.
That makes
So then-
more sense.
Okay, so it would be the 1d8 plus 6. Okay, so 9. Okay,
Plus-
so 17.
So 17. Okay.
Yeah. And then you said your second
That-
attack missed, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
6. It's whatever.
6 plus 7, it's gonna miss. 13. And that's all I got.
All you got is 17 damage is pretty good.
17? Help.
She's still standing.
Oh my god!
I'm trying.
Fall, you whore! And she's gonna, attack angrily as the life force was sucked out of her, and she gets out and she attacks back and she screams again. Fall, you whore. You aren't, no.
She is going to use another legendary action to cast the cantrip again
Mother-
at you, Karudi.
No. Okay. Wait, is this beginning of her turn? Constitution, or is this just a reaction?
This is a reaction.
Your legendary action.
Oh, is that what that means?
She can do it at the end of anyone else's turn.
Oh, okay.
Dang.
To be that powerful.
Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
You take 8 damage as necrotic damage as she touches you slightly, and you feel this necrotic skeletal hand just kind of tear the life out of you.
Kill her! She'll call out to the rest.
I'm trying.
Okay. Miros, it's your turn.
Let's see. Miros will. Just gonna move up to there. And he is going to attempt to give her a taste of her own medicine. And casts Vampiric Touch.
Vampire Penguin Touch?
No, just Vampiric Touch.
He has finger penguins.
And he'll make an attack. That sucked. It was a 8. So he does not succeed.
No, you do not.
So you see Miros' hand transform into this ethereal green claw, and he attempts to swipe at her with it. But she manages to step out of the way. And if he looks at her, he'll flash her an ironic grin. So you two can play this game.
Dylan will run up and stop short, trying to get his energy back. Phalor.
Warlock can only do what Warlock can do. And that is to Eldritch Blast.
We got a Warlock like the best of them. That hits.
That is, yeah, that's a 16 plus 6. Oh, let's go. That is 11 damage. Is he furious at missing last time? Kind of ignites this super fine ball of energy in his hand and throws it straight at her.
You see this thing just slams right into her face, and the energy kind of splashes over her face, down her chest, and you see that she is definitely hurt badly. She is panting, breath is coming hard for her to find. Blood is just seeping out of her ears and her nose.
Karita, the time is now.
You realize you should be casting 2 of those, right?
I only have 1 action. Oh,
No,
count.
It shoots 2 beams.
Oh, shoot. Seriously?
Yeah.
Probably is 2 beams at your level.
It is count 2 beams. So do I have to roll for a second one?
Yep.
Seeing that it connects
It's
and
safe.
remembering that he can do 1 more. He's going to get
That
overconfident
misses.
and miss.
Don't worry, she seems to have forgotten that all her necrotic spells can target any one more creature that's within 5 feet.
That's fantastic.
So she's been forgetting things too.
As does happen in combat.
Yep. She is going to stop with her spells.
Constitution roll!
Burn, baby, burn.
It's going burn.
Burn!
Is that cocked?
5.
Yeah, okay.
It looks cocked, but I can't tell.
You're the DM.
Yeah.
Does it look cocked for everyone else as well?
It does.
Yeah, reroll.
16.
Gosh,
That makes it
darn it, it was not cocked! Yeah, you're no longer on fire.
Okay. She is going to stop trying to cast her spells. She is going to turn towards Miros. And she is going to try to attack you with her spiked gauntlets. So she's going to make 2 attacks on you. First one definitely misses. Second one's a 16, which I figure misses as well.
Yeah, the first one she misses entirely, and the second one, Miros bats away with his mace.
Okay. Hope, it's your turn.
And
Or shield.
So can I tell how injured she is?
she's looking rough.
Extremely.
Cool. So, Hope is gonna dual wield rapiers. She's a 15,
Miss.
and with her right hand attack, she gets a
You're not rolling on the right roller.
6.
You need
Both
to
would miss, but they're in the wrong roller, so roll in the other one.
roll in the roll 20 roller.
The green
That's-
screened one.
Yeah, I know the difference. It's 2:40 a.m. Like,
I know. We just need to kill this
Nope.
bitch so we can.
Don't worry, it's almost over.
I'm trying.
Miss.
Oh, freaking heck.
One more. Come on, you can hit with this. I feel the power.
Miss.
Never mind.
Crudy, it's your turn.
Come on, Crudy.
And
I
she's
can't
going
roll
to-
I can't even roll like a 10. I can't even roll a 10.
Come on, murder girl gonna murder. Let's go. Come on.
Murder girl gonna.
Murder girl gonna murder.
Yeah, definitely gonna hit.
Alright.
21.
That hits.
Okay.
Roll again for your
And
second attack.
then-
Just do it
Nice.
while you just do it again.
Okay. Also gonna hit.
Hell yeah.
And then.
Roll that beautiful
so
damage footage.
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll 2 of these. So it's gonna be 15.
Well,
And
21.
Yeah.
What?
7 plus 6 and then 2 plus 6. So 8 plus 13.
What?
Don't
Plus
worry about
your-
it.
Don't worry about it.
Go.
Don't worry about it. Just go through your attack.
And then you need to roll 46s for
no.
your fire damage.
Yeah. 4 d6s. You guys do the math. I'm confused.
Nice.
She's gonna do
Another
a
18.
crap ton of damage. She's at this
Yeah.
point like
39 damage?
Yes.
fed up
39?
and just
I
like
can't even land a
slices.
hit.
So as you slam your sword into her and you cut in, you see it just slice right through her armor. She drops down to her knees and then collapses onto the ground, blood gushing out of her. And she just kind of tilts her head. You don't understand what you are doing here. Meddling in things you shouldn't have. And with that, she gurgles and then lays motionless in the ground.
I told you if you were going to threaten me, I'd kill you. You bitch. Finally! Murder, death, and now you, young lady. And she's going to turn around to the other 2 women and immediately wield her sword, nice and flaming well, and go, what the heck is going on here? Because I'm ready to slice you both open if you don't do some explaining.
Rita just kind of stands there with her mouth wide open, just kind of fixated on Teflar. And the other woman, Vandry, is still just laying there kind of unconscious.
Hope's like, oh, phew, I was really afraid you were gonna be yelling at me, Crudy.
We all miss once in a while. But this person, I'm ready to slice her head off if she doesn't do some explaining as to where the heck all these villages are. Now that we found Dylan, we can head home. Except, apparently, there's more missing people. That's all that happens in our life these days. Missing people. And this person was under a spell or some crap and came at me even though I said she shouldn't. And I attacked her, and I'll do it again.
Rita just kind of looks at you. I don't think I should tell you anything about where the villagers are. I can't trust you. You seem violent.
I
I don't
am.
think they'd be safe in your company.
They're not meant to be in my company. Trust me.
Phalar's
We're
gonna
just trying to
shoot
get them.
Karudi a real shitty look. Like, shut the fuck up.
Taylor, take over. You're better with people. I'm better with swords.
And he's gonna mind link with Karita. And he's gonna attempt to persuade her that she can trust us, she needs to calm down, and yeah, I'm gonna roll.
As you're kind of mind link with her and trying to persuade her, she's gonna slowly kind of make her way up to Teflar, just to look at her. Nat 20.
Phalar's gonna mind link and he's just, Karita, we fought for you, we've bled for you, we've healed your friends, we've released them from her spell, we've released you from her hunt. It's time for you to take these people and go. If it truly is their wish to be gone, be gone. We have Dylan, we can return him to safety if that's what he wishes. but she's not going to trouble you anymore.
Rita will just respond to you, and she'll just she just keeps looking at Teflar, and she'll just say, "The villagers are up above in the camp. They're safe. I've been protecting them. With Teflar gone, we'll leave. We'll make it to the city, Waterdeep, maybe Neverwinter, but we will leave this place."
If your goal is to go to Waterdeep, we can escort you and help to guarantee your safety. But we must bypass this village. When I get back, I will notify the authorities of Waterdeep to come investigate the village and the happenings here.
That's fine. Let us go get the villagers then, and then we'll come with you. And it would be better if we just bypass the village.
There is nothing left for you there. Let's go, quickly.
With that, Karita will kind of start moving up the path, and she'll swing around to where you see there's a light through the trees up to the northwest. And you hear her just kind of in a low voice, since she's further away, she's telling everyone, "Come on, guys, let's hurry. We have some people here. They're going to help us get away. Follow me. Just stay away from that tiefling woman. She's scared. She scares me. Just don't do anything to upset her. Never be near her alone." And with that, you see Karita starts coming back down, and you see this group of villagers. There's 7 of them following her, and they start coming down. So do you all just kind of stay where you are right now as she's going up there?
I'd be walking
Sure.
with her, trying to urgently get
Okay.
people to go.
And Dylan just he's kind of collecting himself.
Actually, that's not true. As Phalar walks past Teflar's body, he's going to Eldritch Blast her body again.
Okay.
Whoa.
You Eldritch Blast her body again.
Miros is going to give Dylan once over, and he'll just start talking to him.
Dylan definitely looks weakened, and he has been beat up somewhat, but he seems otherwise fine. He's a little confused, but he seems to be taking it well. And maybe it's from his training as a guard, who knows? But he seems to have kind of got a grasp of the situation, and he seems to be doing fine. He can handle himself. He's not going to be a liability on the track back or anything. And he just seems to kind of be fixated on Teflar, just kind of like staring at her. And you see his
What's left of her?
anger just kind of fills his face when he looks at her.
You return to yourself. Dylan.
I am myself. I will never again be anything but myself. I don't ever want to be something else or someone else again. And with that, he just starts walking back down the hill. As you guys kind of get the villagers and start heading back, you get back down, and as you are walking down, the villagers in tow, you go to pick up Vandry, the woman who was knocked out by Crudy and Hope. And then you hear this strange laughter. It seems to just echo in your minds. And up the hill you see a small portal open up, and a man just walks out of it. And you all just kind of frozen there as you witness this man all dressed out in yellow. Bright, shining yellow robes. He steps out of this portal and he just kind of looks down at Teflar. Another pawn. I have to thank you. You do so much good work for me. And with that, he just grabs Teflar. And you see him kind of point one arm out towards the group. And he fires off Eldritch Blast. And you see that it's aimed towards Vandry.
Miros will drive to block it.
So will Phalor.
Just roll me a d20 to see if you can.
Am I anywhere even close to this?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are all technically kind of in close to it.
Yep. I'm done. I'm not rolling for the rest of the night. So where?
Phalor misses. He effed up. He's done.
What was the 18?
What 18? Oh, did I roll an 18? I didn't see it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
originally rolled an 18.
Oh, shit. I rolled an 18. Never mind. I didn't see the roll, so I rolled again. Sorry. 18. There you go.
And
then, that's Dex, right? I think my Dex is 0.
yeah.
Yep.
And Dylan is going to try to redeem himself and try to jump in.
He is helping.
Nope. So, Phalor, you get hit by this attack. It is necrotic, but it ignores all resistances, and you'll take 13 damage. And with that, he just kind of looks at you. Protect him if you can, but this one is mine. And he grabs Teflar and he just moves back through the portal. And the portal kind of shimmers and shakes and then dissipates.
Take her, you shiny asshole.
With that, the party, as you guys get closer to Vandry, and you are sitting there just standing in front of her, Phalor, kind of blocking this thing. You see the small young girl, Isra. She kind of runs and she just yells for her mommy, and she runs and hugs Vandry, even though Vandry's not conscious. And with that, we will end this session as you guys all stand there surrounding Vandry and Isra as Isra holds her tightly.
Let's go.
Non-Crudy me feels a little bit bad about that.
What, hitting her
like-
in the nose with your sword?
You know,
Holy
Yeah.
shiitake.
Attacking the innocent person was the only time I had good rolls all night.
All right,
I
because
know.
because I have to do this because the session's been super long. Guys, if you're catching this on YouTube and you want to see more, please make sure that you are hitting the like button, subscribe, and the notification icon. Do the things. Also, if you want to support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Dungeon Nytes, for as little as $5, you can help us do more of the awesome that is stuff like the King in Yellow saga and the Rime of the Frost Maiden, the Fist of Fanlin. We love your faces. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.